clothes and going to the auction. Come down to our office at 400 Monroe in downtown Detroit on the 5th floor. Call 313-224-5990 during our normal business hours from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and until 6:30 p.m. on Wednesdays. Or email textinfo@waynecounty.com for assistance. Take the first step. Contact our office today.
It worked for us.
Now you can watch WHPR TV 33 on Fire Stick.
One of the problems is they forget who elected them. They forget who supported them, who encouraged people to vote for them. So we got to hold people accountable. They become, these people, judges, elected officials, become part of the status quo, thereby becoming part of the problem. We need to build our own system. We need to build a system based on righteousness, a system based on some divine principles, a system based on equality and justice. They call it the justice system, but it's just us. We need justice, fairness, everybody.
If you call yourself a trigger, you will act.
Once again, grand rising to you. This is the new WHPR. This is the Get Up, Stand Up, Truth and Vision show. The truth is in the house. I am Malik Shabazz. We got a studio full of guests. I'm running late. Some of them are running late. So we're going to move real fast. We're going to move real fast today. But before we talk with Scotty, I want to remind you all about Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn. We have Mama Burn and we have Baba Burn. Mama Burn and Daddy Burn. Now this supports this station, and this also supports your brother here. This is a fat burner with a particular focus on the stomach. Black seed oil, rose hips, detox, suppress appetite, burn fat, stimulate digestion, safely decreases abdominal, visceral, I hope I say that word right, visceral fat. Ingredients are apple cider, black seed oil, olive oil, cayenne pepper, rose hips, fennel seeds, senna power, papaya, buckthorn bark, barberry root, celery, grapefruit, and so much more. You drink a little bit before you eat, or while you're eating, or after you eat, and move around a little bit. Move around. There's plenty of work to do, as we were talking earlier about missing people, about kidnapped people, about organ harvesting. And if you have organ harvesting, that means you've got some organ thieves out there. Get out there and exercise and take your lemon burn and lose some of that weight. You will be supporting WHPR, and you will be supporting this show. All you have to do is call 313-868-6612. 313-868-6612. Ask for RJ or Henry or Maxine or Renee and tell them the big Negro told you to call about Lemon Burn. And we thank you for your support in advance. Brother Scotty, what's on the agenda here today?
Well, I've had a couple hats I've been wearing lately, and one of them...
Nothing new.
Yeah, more than a couple. But one of the more recent ones is I had formed a community advisory council over the summer by petition. I had collected 1,570 signatures as required by the city charter for our particular district based on previous elections. And so now that exists on paper except the city council still needs to update an ordinance. If you look at the ordinance that we have, section 14-9-8 of our municipal code, community advisory councils established or dissolved, they still have not added District 4 to one of the community advisory councils that exists.
You're in City Council District 4.
Correct.
That's Andre Spivey.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, and District
Is he
7...
helping you? Have you talked to
well,
your councilman?
Well, he did sign the petition, and yes, we have talked. And I'm just waiting to see results on this particular matter. He's aware of it. I've talked to his office about it. And it's something the whole council does have to vote on, and it's to amend the ordinance. And it's getting a little bit along, down the road here that I'd like to see this happen, so that to make sure that there isn't any confusion when it's time for the election. Because unlike the other city offices, since this one was just formed, the charter calls for the election of the candidates in the next election, which technically would be the presidential primary, but the way their ordinances...
In March?
Right. According to the charter, but the ordinance they wrote actually puts it way up into the November election without even a primary.
Okay.
So what would happen, according to the way the current ordinance is written, once they add District 4, is there would be a slate of candidates running directly into the general election. So if we had a large number of them, a very small percentage of the vote would be required for the top 5 elected out of the 7 members who are appointed to fill that post.
Who appointed by who?
That would be appointed by the city council through an application process.
Okay.
I think they would mainly go with Andre Spivey's recommendation since it's his district. But that's the way it's written right now. And one of the people is to represent...
You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit.
One of the problems is they forget who elected them.
The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of WHPS, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
All media platforms are engaged. Copy.
Get ready to launch your show or product.
Periscope ready. We're 5x5 ready to launch. Copy that.
Trend worldwide across all major platforms.
Ignition. 3, 2, 1.
The world is waiting. Watkins Broadcasting. More than just TV.
Hi, this is LaWanda.
This is R.J. Watkins.
Coming to you to bring you some information about the #1 detox in the nation, Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn helps to turn the fat into fit. It's for you, a happier, healthier you. Because healthy is the new beautiful. An all-natural way to improve your health. It promotes a healthy digestive system, attacks and reduces belly fat, as well as gives you energy. Need to get yours today. Call 313-868-6612.
Don't forget to exercise and eat right.
TV 33 is moving to WHPS TV channel 15.2. Make sure to rescan the channels on your TV. Then go to WHPS channel 15.2 to pick up TV 33 and all of your favorite shows. The move is on, and we want you to move with us to WHPS channel 15.2.
After receiving a delinquent property tax bill for the 2 lots connected to my home, I was concerned. I didn't even know that I had a past due bill. I went down to the Wayne County Treasurer's office, and the staff worked with me to keep my property out of foreclosure.
My property taxes became delinquent after I fell behind on my bills. Treasurer Sabri and his staff came to the town hall in my city and provided information about resources available to help me. At the meeting, I found out about payment plan options.
Let us help you. Our goal is 0 owner-occupied properties getting foreclosed and going to the auction. Come down to our office at 400 Monroe in downtown Detroit on the 5th floor. Call 313-224-5990 during our normal business hours from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and until 6:30 p.m. on Wednesdays. Or email textinfo@waynecounty.com for assistance. Take the first step. Contact our office today.
It worked for us.
Now you can watch WHPR TV 33 on Fire Stick. Catch all of your favorites. Stay informed. Don't miss a minute of your favorite talk shows. Call, text, tweet, post. WHPR TV 33 is worldwide on Fire Stick. For more information, go to FirestickTVNetwork.com or call us at 313-868-6612. WHPR TV 33, a Watkins Broadcasting Company.
Have you been in an accident? Have you been injured? Auto, motorcycle, bicycle, pedestrian, truck, bus accident, slip and fall, dog bite, wrongful death, or police brutality? Then you need professional help from Tri-County Lawyers. No fee unless we win. Tri-County Lawyers. Call 888-292-6908. That's 888-292-6908. Tri-County Lawyers. Call 888-292-6908.
One of the problems is they forget who elected them. They forget who supported them, who encouraged people to vote for them. So we got to hold people accountable. They become, these people, judges, elected officials, become part of the status quo, thereby becoming part of the problem. We need to build our own system. We need to build a system based on righteousness, a system based on some divine principles, a system based on equality and justice. They call it the justice system, but it's just us. We need justice, fairness, everybody.
If you call yourself a trigger, you will act like a trigger.
Criminals are organized. We are getting organized. So we thank God for the Detroit 300. Let's give God a hand clap.
Well, you know, it's been a long grind, and the city's had a lot of things go wrong, but I feel like things are going the right direction right now. We're happy to be a part of it.
All right, any other words you want to say?
Oh, glad you've been on our side.
Detroit, for Detroiters first. Self-determination can't just be a slogan. It's got to be a way of life.
There's only one thing.
Grand rising to you, grand rising. Giving honor and recognition to Almighty God, who's the head and the guide of my life, and I'm forever grateful to the Almighty for life, for light, for a portion of health, for a smidgen of sanity. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. We say grand rising, but it means good morning. Good morning to you, each and every one of you. Thank you, Sister Keela. Thank you so much. Please forgive me for my table being a little disorganized, trying to get in here on time. And I work a little bit, but as long as we get it done. I want to thank R.J. Watkins and team and family. R.J. Watkins Jr., he's here. He's one of the guys behind the scenes. He makes things go. He makes things move. And it's okay to say thank you to people sometimes, even if they're doing their job. Well, they're just doing the job. To say thank you. To be grateful. You know, yesterday, and it's open mic, I have no guests. I hope that I am sufficient. You and I together. We can talk about Donald Trump and the impeachment. We can talk about Carmanos, billionaire taking a petition to POTUS coochie grabber to get Kwame Kilpatrick out. We can talk about the $600 million in overcharging of property taxes. But before we get into any of that, I want to talk to you about gratitude, being grateful. And after we prayed, we marched, we rallied once again in front of the Max Jacobs house, the official residence of the president of Wayne State University. I think it's like our fourth time, and we'll get all into that. But after that words, we left and we went to the Coney Island, American Coney Island, on Lafayette. World-renowned place. I grew up eating there. Many of us did. It's all good. Few of us went after the march. And we had a waiter. He was so enthusiastic. He was so energetic. I don't remember his name, but this brother was on. I posted it up on Facebook. So our bill was $43. He got a $17 tip off that $43 because his service was just, he was so enthusiastic. He was so energetic. He took care of us. What's your point? Even though that's his job, to say thank you, to say salute, to say ralut, to say thank you to someone, to say I appreciate it. And so I want to thank everybody at this medium. Everyone who answers the phones, people who clean the bathrooms, people who clean the offices, they sweep, mop, take out the garbage. If something goes wrong with the lighting or the heating or the cooling or equalizers or whatever, if it snows, they shovel the snow, they run errands, because it is R.J. Watkins, but it's a team. And that's what it's all about, a team. 2,000 years ago in Palestine, when the master got ready to start his work, according to the scripture, he started assembling people. Got a team, got a group, because you need a group. Michael Jordan, a GOAT boss, but he needed a team. LeBron James, GOAT boss, but he needed a team. Everyone is mourning, and that's the right word, mourning, not good morning, but I'm not trying to upset anybody. But people play games with words, with us. They play games with words with us. Kobe Bryant needed a team. A team. A team. And so I thank everybody here at this station. I want to let you know Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn is healthy. Lemon Burn is holistic. All of us can afford to lose a few pounds. And this is a expeditious and safe way. Still got to move. You can't just, take this and eat at the trough and not walk nowhere, not move around. Move around. Move around. But this will help you, help us to lose weight. We got black seed oil, rose hips, detox, suppress appetite, burn fat, stimulate digestion, safely decreases abdominal visceral fat. Made of apple cider, black seed oil, olive oil, cayenne pepper, yeah. Rose hips, fennel seeds, senna power, papaya, buckthorn bark, barberry root, celery, grapefruit, lemon juice, water, and more, and more. And it's locally made, and it's a great way to support this station, TV 33, WHPR, WHPS. If you're interested, you can call, leave a message on the voicemail right now. 313-868-6612. 313-868-6612. You can ask for Maxine. You can ask for Renee. You can ask for Henry Tyler. But leave your name and number and that you want lemon burn. And please leave the fact that we inspired you, encouraged you. This will help us to be here. We're honored to hold down this time slot. This is the slot of Dr. Jim Holly, a uncle to the black end, to the black community, an uncle to Detroit, much of Detroit, an uncle to the north end, an uncle to me, and we're honored. Right now, this is the sponsor that we got, Lemon Burn, and we need you to support them. Support them. If you support the Get Up, Stand Up, Truth and Vision show, if you support this show, if you support this movement, if you support this mission, if you support this ministry, some of you might support the man, whatever. Purchase some Lemon Burn so that we can rock and roll, so that we can continue on, so that we can take this on to the next level. And if you have a business and you're looking to increase your customership, your reach to the people, we're open for advertising. Give us a call. Give us a call. We'll work with you. The station will work with you, or we will work with you for this show. We'll work with you. We'll work out a budget for you. See, Mama Burn budget might be bigger than Daddy Burn budget. So Mama Burn needs a budget fit for her business. Daddy Burn needs a budget fit for his business. Joe's Barbecue needs a budget fit for his business. Your used car lot that you own, sister, your business needs a budget, an advertising budget that will fit for where you're at. And see, here's the thing. We will promote you. We will promote you. We will promote you. We will do phone interviews with you. We will do interviews with you sitting right here next to me. We will run your commercial. And as you grow, let us all grow. As your business moves from surviving to thriving, then let's all keep working together and growing, and, we do it together. That's the way you do this thing. Teamwork makes the dream work. Teamwork makes the dream work. Our phone lines are open. If you want to talk, 313-868-0351, 313-868-0342, 313-868-4323. 1036. Want to give a shout out to the Grand Poobah, the Boss Hog, Pharaoh, Ajane, Rashawn Mick, Supervisor. He's here with us this morning. Nigel is here with us this morning. Dalila's here with us this morning. Tanya's here with us this morning. And the Honorable Wanda Keela Redmond. The real boss. Ajane only thinks he's the boss. She's here. And God is here. Most important of all is God and you. So anyway, whatever's on your mind. I'm going to talk about the Pistons. Pistons want to trade. Talking about trading Andre Drummond. Talking about trading Derrick Rose. Talking about trading Blake. Blake injured and not playing is better than some of the cats playing. I tell you. I don't want to hurt anybody, but no offense. If it's somebody I would trade, it wouldn't be Blake. It wouldn't be Andre. It wouldn't be D. Rose. But I would strongly consider Reggie Jackson. Sorry. But I would. Also, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. You know, several years ago, Minister Farrakhan, a GOAT, a boss, made a promise to support Detroit. Detroit was going down. Mayor Bing was the mayor. We were under receivership, dictatorship, emergency managership, EFM, emergency financial managers, EM, emergency managers, EMs, EFMs appointed by MFs in Lansing. And Farrakhan made a promise to help Detroit. And since that time, almost every year, he has been coming to Detroit during Savior's Day. Now, you know they do 2 Savior's Day a year. They do one in October in recognition of the birthday, Earth Day, solar return of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And they do one in February in recognition of the birthday, the Earth Day, the solar return of the Mahdi, Master Farad Muhammad. Well, he has been coming to Detroit for Savior's Day every year since. Think about that. Oh, that ain't. Think about it. Some people are coming from across the planet. Many are coming from places we know, places where we have relatives. Mississippi, Florida, Georgia, Virginia, Arizona, New York, Alaska, coming from everywhere. They're staying in hotels. They're going to shop, and things of that nature. Lots of money being spent. And that is a blessing to Detroit. Farrakhan himself is a blessing from Almighty God. So he will be here Sunday, February 23rd. The doors are opening at 12 noon. The program is going to start at 2 p.m. It's going to be at the TCF Center. Now, I don't mind. I cheered on when the powers that be, the mayor and others said, we're going to change. It's from Kobo. Kobo was a racist, and a racist is a nice word we use because we're afraid to say white supremacist. I've even had white folks who claim they were fine to me. Well, could you say racism more rather than white supremacy? Why? Why? It's about white supremacy. White supremacy is everywhere on earth. the earth being 196,940,000 square miles of land and water in totality. Shamu, Orca, Free Willy, the guppies, the seagulls, the creatures under the water, the birds that float on top and fly on and grab fish don't have peace. Hippopotami don't have peace. Orangutans don't have peace. Giraffes don't have peace. And the Negro doesn't have any peace. Doesn't matter what kind of Negro you talking about. The Negro can be blacker than this phone, and we have people like that. Curtis Mayfield told you, we people who are darker than blue. He also said we people who are darker than blue, it's time for us to get our shite together. Curtis gone. He's an ancestor. We're still in need of getting ourselves together. Negroes, Negresses, Africans, Kemites, Moabites, Hebrew Israelites, doesn't matter. Living below the equator, living above the equator, living in Cuba, living in Jamaica, living in Haiti, living in Venezuela, living in Nigeria. Doesn't matter where you're living. Black people have not been given any peace, nor have off black, different kinds of black people been given any peace. Our so-called Hispanic brothers and sisters aren't given any peace. Even poor white folks are not given any peace. But the story of the day continues to be, when you look at President Trump, continues to be when you look at the U.S. senators, S-I-N hyphen S-I-N. When we look at their cowardice and their treason, the treason of the president, the treason of Moscow Mitch, and the rest of them, the evidence is here. You know, my granddaddy, bless his soul, told me 1,000,000 times, if it walked like a duck, if it talked like a duck, if it quacked like a duck, and if it like a duck, the son, or it's a real good chance it's a duck. The evidence is more overwhelming than my papers here. And you know, and you've got to at least call witnesses. Who has a trial and they don't call one witness? And you got cats who want to talk. John Bolton, a right-wing fanatic, a kook, has said this shite is too much for me. And I'm getting out of here. And I don't want nothing to do with your drug deal. I mean, absolutely incredible that these senators can sleep at night. That these Republicans are placing white supremacy and their own personal benefit and gain and job and salaries and perks above the country. Above the country. Above the country. Man, we need to go out and vote. Now, voting is a weapon. It is not the solution. Sorry, don't want to hurt you. Only solution we got is Almighty God and one another. But the vote is a weapon. And when you're at war, or war is being waged upon you, you don't give up any of your weapons. Every 4 years, we hear, this is the most important election of our lifetime. gobbledygook, fake news, lying. But this time, thank you, Farrakhan. Final call. Great newspaper. Get a subscription. This time, it is true. Vote or die. We are living in strange, precarious times. We grew up, many of us, I grew up, and they told me that the Russians was the enemy. The government was the enemy. That's what they said. And nobody had a stronger distaste for the enemy than the Republican Party. The Republican Party. Get my crystal out. If you're anything like me, you were shocked in the last 3.5 years, 4 years, Donald Trump being in office, over 3 years now, the Republicans and the Russians. I mean, we're flabbergasted because we didn't know. I'm still trying to wake up, Malik. When did the Republican Party fall in love with the Russians? Fall in love with Putin? I mean, amazing. Nothing short of just makes you speechless. So it's a lot going on. We would like to hear from you. If you're on Facebook this morning, we would ask that you would pay it forward. Share this tape. Sister Keela, you got Facebook on your thing over there? Could you go to RJ Party or something? Are you able to? You got it? Okay. All right. So on Facebook, Wanda Keeler Redmond, she's sharing the RJ's Party. I got it going live on one of my phones. I've been getting a lot of complaints, calls, texts, and some people posting on Facebook that when I share the RJ Watch Party, that they can't hear it. So RJ, all due love, till we get our volume turned up, I'm going to post on my page and share it with you and others or whatnot. I'm getting it off of the TV because we do understand, the green screen and all of that. But we want our audience to be able to hear. When they can't hear, we lose them. So anyway, that's another reason why you should support Lemon Power, so that this station can survive and thrive and grow. We need some of our own institutions. There's nothing wrong, as I stated. We went down to the American Coney Island. Nothing wrong with that. It's not black owned. It is a lifelong Detroit institution, like over 100 years. I grew up eating there. Most of us did, I'm sure. Nothing wrong with it. But we need to support black restaurants as well, and we do. And black restaurants also need to bring their dollars here and advertise, and let's grow. Let's come up together. Let's raise the roof together. We can do this. How else is a people who suffer the conditions that we do going to do anything without unity, without coming together? So we're looking for your call. CEO Mick, Stop the Violence Foundation. If you're out there, call in. I'm sorry, brother. You were missed last week. State Representative Sherry Gay Dagnago and others honoring many of the people involved in trying to stop rape and kidnapping and sex trafficking and organ harvesting and all that nonsense, you're certainly in that number. If you're out there, call in. Tell us about your Facebook page. Tell us about some of the things you've been doing with some of these hotels. And did Sherry Gay have her birthday last night, her birthday party? I think she did. We weren't able to attend it. We had planned to, but we were a little tired after the Board of Governors meeting at Wayne State University after marching on Roy Wilson's residence, 451 West Kirby, which is the official residence, the official house of the president of Wayne State University. So we didn't make it, but if you made Sherry Gay's birthday party, call in. Tell us how it went. Somebody give her a call. Tell us how it went. Tell us how it went. Tell us what happened. Excuse me. And the announcement that was to take place. Tell us. I'd also like to know, who are you thinking of supporting for 2021 for mayor? If the election were now, to my knowledge, I don't think anyone's gone out and got petitions or anything, because it's all about this year right now. But if the election for mayor of Detroit was right now, who would you vote for? Who would you support? I'd like to know. And it's okay, I overstand. Sometimes you just like to listen. I get that. I get that. But I like to engage with you. I like to interact with you. I like to talk to you. Come, let us reason together. Here, doctor, if you're out there, Minister Lee Day, you can feel free to call in. Tell us about African Easy Silk. And also, if you're listening, if you could bring that list and leave it up here Monday morning with Sister Keela's name on it, we'd like to pick up a few things. You know, a couple of things. But anyway, Mr. Farrakhan will be here Sunday, February 23 at the TCF Center, formerly known as Cobo. But yes, we changed the name from the white supremacist Mayor Cobo. But I'm looking at the news and I see a brother who just won some type of discrimination case, and he got 2 checks, I believe, according to the news. He went to TCF Bank in Livonia, and they refused to cash it and called the cops on him. I mean, imagine that. Now, I guess that's better than Cobo, who said we're going to keep Detroit white, and we're going to kick them triggers in their hind parts, and did. I guess that's improvement. Hold on 1 minute, caller. But if somebody knows this brother who was discriminated against at the TCF Bank, I'd like to talk to him. I'd like to interview him. I also think we need to do a march on a TCF Bank. I'm not trying to hurt the Farrakhan program at all. I'm talking about the bank. All right, let's go to our live line. Grand Rising caller, thank you for your patience.
Hi.
Hi.
I was just wondering, I'm not trying to bring up bad things or nothing, but what the heck is going on with all this hatred for yourself? I heard you on a show, on the radio, and somebody with a strange name, I don't know what it is, wasn't his real name, but he called in and just really tore you to pieces. And I'm going like, what is this hatred for you? You've been out in the community a long, long time, and what is it that some people just don't want to have? I mean, they act like they upset that you breathing or something. I mean, can you expound on that? And maybe you don't want to because it's negativity, but I'm wondering what's going on.
Well, first of all, Happy New Year to you. Have we talked this year?
I don't think we ever talked.
Oh, I mean, you call in sometime on my show, don't you?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. I apologize. Well, Happy New Year to you. I want to thank you for calling. I want to thank you for presenting the question. Give me
yeah, because I don't understand.
So I need a drink of water on that one. Let me say this, and there is no easy answer, so I'm going to try to be as concise as I can. We suffer as a people. I suffer. Because like Khalid said, Khalid Muhammad, the same rabid dog that bit me, bit you. We suffer from self-hatred. We suffer from envy. We suffer from jealousy. We suffer from low self-esteem. Booker T and others talked about the crab in the barrel, the crab trying to get out, and others try to pull him down. I have made some political endorsements. Some people say they hate me because I supported Kwame Kilpatrick for mayor twice. Some people hate me because I supported Mike Duggan's election twice. Some people are self-righteous. Some people are mad because they want to be you. If you sing, and you sing real good, you go join the choir at church or a band. Somebody that's been in that band might be envious of you, or someone that joins the band after you might be envious of you. It happens on these jobs, white folks' jobs we're at every day. It happens in church. It happens at the mosque. It happens in organizations. It happens on 9:10 a.m. It happens on WHPR. Here we were several years ago marching on Comcast because of their mistreatment towards this station. We're marching for 18 months to get them to lower the price, and they did. Not enough, but they did. I didn't do the negotiating, but they did lower the price. But you had some hosts, I ain't gonna name no names, on here lambasting at the very time we're over on Linden Street marching, boycotting, picketing Comcast in support of WHPR and also in support of the union, the Communication Workers of America, because Comcast has tried to squash them. So, it is what it is. I have a right to support who I choose to support for political office. I have a right not to support who I choose to for political office, just like everyone else has. You have the right to buy, if you got the money, to buy a hot dog, to buy prime rib, to buy lamb chop, to buy pork chop, to eat the hog from the rooter to the tutor. Now, I don't do that, but everybody has that right. And so, people we just get ugly. But you see, you still there, my sister?
I'm listening.
Here's the thing, though. Let me tell you this. When people are raped, they don't call those folks who engage in this, because it ain't just that guy. It's others. It's a lot of them. I mean, a lot of them. A lot of them. A lot of them. You got broken down, has-been so-called leaders who were blessed, who were taught by yours truly and Queen Mother of Education, Helen Moore, and they turn on us. And then they go and teach a young fool, a young negress, who I'll give credit, this young negress, she is bold, bold, brave. And I like that. But ain't got no more common sense than a cow in a barnyard. And they get vicious, and they get ugly, and they get nasty, and they get vile. But when women and these children and these elders, 88 years old, 40 years old, 6 years old, disappear, beaten or raped, we know who they call. When people are selling alcohol, you know, Hennessy, Mickey's malt liquor, I ain't trying to give them no advertisement. They need to be here advertising. To children, just like people when I was 14. I had no business doing it, but the GD merchant sold me Hennessy, sold me cigarettes, even sold me weed, sold me guns, some of them, and thank you, dear, and some of them today, too many, are doing the same kind of thing. We know who people call, and I can go on and on and on. The worth of a tree is told by the fruit that it bears, paraphrasing the Master, Jesus Christ, or Yeshua. I am a flawed man. If you only knew how flawed I am, I'm a flawed man. I always have been. I am not a perfect man. I am not a perfect father. I am not a perfect husband. I am not a perfect leader. But there is one thing about me. I know about love. And there's another thing about me. I know about sweat equity. And just like James Brown was the hardest working man in show business, and I thank God, because it's about he, not me. I can't say nothing of my own. I can't do nothing on my own. I can't close down a crack house. I can't close down a rotten meat store. I can't stop or help the police capture murderers. But God can take any fool, and if that fool will let them do great things, and that is what God is doing with me, and that is what God has been doing with me for the last 37 years, and I pray to continue to live, fight, breathe, and I'm willing to die. I don't want to die.
Please don't.
But I'm willing to die if necessary to help us to sprint, to get a first down, to get a touchdown, to try to set the team up to kick the field goal. But there's going to be people who love you. There's going to be people who don't. They crucified Jesus. Jesus got 2 billion people today in 2020 that claim him from their mouth. But 2,000 years ago, when the shite went down, everybody ran. Mary, his mother, Mary Magdalene, who used to be a hoe, forgive me, but God reached her. God reached her, and she transformed, and she transfigured, and she changed her life, and she was a part of that magical, wonderful, miraculous team that we can never forget. In 2,000 years later, we are still indebted to. What's your point? God can take nothing and make something great of it. That's what I am. I'm nothing. I'm nobody. But God's blessing, God's permission. And the great thing about God is what he does for one, he will do for another. Everybody on earth, black, white, polka dot, even orange.
Oh, God. Oh, that's a whole other
It's
story.
got a purpose. Everybody got a purpose. God has given everybody abilities. You can do things I can't do. I can do things Ajane can't do. Ajane can do things Aquila can't do, and so forth. That's the greatness of it all. You don't have to hate on anybody else. Just dig down, ask the Lord to bless you, show you your gifts, show you your purpose. I'm blessed in the sense I don't have many people die never wondering what they're supposed to do. What's their divine purpose? What's it all about? Alfie, I don't have to sing that. I know why I'm here. And it's a heck of a burden. But it is also, thank you, dear, it is also a blessing. I fight a holy fight. Why won't you run for council? Why won't you run for mayor? I have the best, the biggest, and the most important job. Forgive my swag on overdrive. That ain't what it is. I'm just saying, thank you, God. I'm like David when they thought he was insane because he wouldn't stop dancing, and David basically said to you, I'm a dancing fool for God. That's where I am at, and it is a blessing. My sister, I'm up at a mandatory break. You want to hold on for a minute?
No, I think you explained it very well, and I appreciate it.
All right, thank you. We'll continue to watch.
I will.
We're here Saturdays, 8 to 10 p.m., and we're at 9, 10 a.m., Saturdays, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. You be blessed.
Okay.
All right, callers, I need you to hold on. We're up at a mandatory break. This is the new WHPR. This is the Get Up, Stand Up, Truth and Vision show. The truth is in the house, brought to you by Lemon Burn. If you want to lose weight, you want some energy, you want to get your body and your joints and your corpuscles and all that moving, Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn. Call 313-868-6612. We'll be back momentarily.
One of the problems is they forget who elected them. They forget who supported them, who encouraged people to vote for them. So we got to hold people accountable. They become these people, judges, elected officials become part of the status quo, thereby becoming part of the problem.
You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit. The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of WHPS, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
Hi, this is LaWanda.
This is R.J. Watkins.
Coming to you to bring you some information about the #1 detox in the nation, Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn helps to turn the fat into fit. It's for you, a happier, healthier you. Because you know healthy is the new beautiful. An all-natural way to improve your health. It promotes a healthy digestive system, attacks and reduces belly fat, as well as gives you energy. Need to get yours today. Call 313-868-6612.
Don't forget to exercise and eat right.
All media platforms are engaged.
Get ready to launch your show or product.
Periscope ready. We're 5x5 ready to launch. Copy that.
Trend worldwide across all major platforms.
Ignition. 3, 2, 1.
The world is waiting. Watkins Broadcasting. More than just TV.
After receiving a delinquent property tax bill for the 2 lots connected to my home, I was concerned. I didn't even know that I had a past due bill. I went down to the Wayne County Treasurer's office, and the staff worked with me to keep my property out of foreclosure.
My property taxes became delinquent after I fell behind on my bills. Treasurer Sabri and his staff came to the town hall in my city and provided information about resources available to help me. At the meeting, I found out about payment plan options.
Let us help you. Our goal is 0 owner-occupied properties getting foreclosed and going to the auction. Come down to our office at 400 Monroe in downtown Detroit on the 5th floor. Call 313-224-5990 during our normal business hours from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and until 6:30 p.m. on Wednesdays. Or email textinfo@waynecounty.com for assistance. Take the first step. Contact our office today.
It worked for us.
One of the problems is they forget who elected them. They forget who supported them, who encouraged people to vote for them. So we got to hold people accountable. They become these people, judges, elected officials become part of the status quo, thereby becoming part of the problem. We need to build our own system. We need to build a system based on righteousness, a system based on some divine principles, a system based on equality and justice. They call it.
Grand Rising to you once again, or good morning if you prefer. This is the new WHPR. This is the Get Up, Stand Up, Truth and Vision show. The truth is in the house. I'm your host, Brother Malik Shabazz Malik. You can call me what you want. Brother, Malik, Malik, Minister, Reverend, whatever. The elders, the old folks told me affectionately, just don't call me late for supper. And I'm still sticking with that. This program is brought to you by Lemon Burn. It is healthy. It is holistic. It is nutritionist. It is an energizer. It will get off some of the belly fat. Many of us, most of us, got some belly fat. Some of us got more that we want to get rid of. Some of us only got a little. Some of us got a lot. It's okay. This will help you. Drink it. Take it every day. Now exercise though. It's just like, with the African Easy stuff. People put the hair grease, some. Put the hair grease in your hair once a week. And you expect something. You got to do it regularly. You got to do it every day, baby. Use it every day. Stimulate your scalp, and it will work. Hold on, caller. So to help support this program, to help support this station, please call right now, voicemail, 313-868-6612. Ask for Renee, Stepping Out on Faith, Maxine Willis, R.J. Watkins. Tell them you want some Lemon Burn. Tell them you're supporting Brother Malik. Grand Rising caller.
Good morning, Malik.
Yes.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you, too.
I don't think we talked this year.
Yes, yeah, we have.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Well, Happy New Year anyway.
Yeah, same to you.
Is this the deputy?
Yes, it is.
How you doing?
I'm great. I'm
Yes,
great. Let me just say this, man. You got to keep moving. Keep moving forward. You've been talked about. I've been talked about. Hey, we just have to keep moving forward.
They talked about Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But look, to answer your question about State Rep Zach Eagle, yes, she gave her, she held her 53rd birthday celebration at the International Banquet Center.
Great town.
It was well attended Thursday night, and telling you, man, it was like old school. We had a lot of the judges there. What's his name? Judge Ford. Several other judges. The judge that's well dressed all the time.
Craig Strong.
Yes, he was there. He had several of her colleagues.
Hey, Deputy Chief, Craig Strong can dance too.
Oh yeah, I know.
He can dance.
Oh yeah. I've been knowing him, 40 years?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and like I said, well attended. She had approximately 200, 250 people. This Bellis was there. He gave the, if you want to say the introduction or benediction.
Who did?
Ellis.
Bishop Ellis. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Matter of fact, that's the bishop. And hey, she did make her announcement that she's seeking the position of mayor of the city of Detroit.
She's starting an exploratory committee?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like she said, black women across this country and even the world, they've been very supportive, but now it's time for black women to step up into the leadership role. And like she said, she's not the only woman, but she's stepping up. You don't like what's going on in Detroit. She mentioned the $600 million overtax assessment. She mentioned the fact about we need jobs in Detroit. She want to improve and work with the schools from the mayor's office. And she was well received. Yeah, so that's pretty much it.
Deputy Chief, when she said, or something to the effect, I wasn't there, I guess you were, when she said, I'm going to start an exploratory committee, or I'm going to tour the city and feel y'all out as far as me running, did the crowd yell? Were they enthusiastic? Were arms in the air, or what?
Oh, yeah, very much supported. They stood up, they yelled, clapped. It's about time. Like I say, I was there. My folks from my group was there from Detroit United LLC. And, hey, it was like I say, well spent and very much needed. She's the first one to step out and express the desire to run for mayor.
Well, it's definitely going to be interesting next year, 2021. I would like to see who all is running and how many are running and what type of race is going to take place. Me, I have political friendships, although in politics, in reality, man, you ain't got no friends. But that's another story for another time. But I every 4 years or whenever an office is up, might be 2 years for state rep or Congress or whatever, the way I roll is that because I supported you once or supported you 8 times, you have to, look, when a man is wise, I ain't talking smart, wise, whatever you did, brother, to get that queen, you need to keep doing it as time go on to keep her. You need to turn up, not turn down. So, I have supported Duggan. You know that. You don't like it. Some good. But every year, seats are open. Seats are vacant as far as I am concerned. I am a voter. I'm an activist. Many people love me, and some people strongly. Good God, God bless them. But I got a constituency, and people listen and watch. What I'm saying is, every election, the state rep, the state senator, the mayor, whatever, you have to win me. You have to suit me. What's your plans? What you gonna do this 2 years? What you gonna do this 4 years for Detroit? You missed these neighborhoods. That's what I'm saying. So, although he's my guy. That's what they say, political terminology. I'd like to work with him till the day he ain't in there. But you have to prove your love to me. I'm not a woman, but any self-respecting woman will make, like the one I got, will make me prove that I'm down for you. And that's all I'm saying. So I'm open.
Yeah. Well,
and I've always been fine to Sherry. I've worked with her on and off on different things. And just between you and me, I wanted her. I was pushing her to run for Congress. I wanted her to, and I was in the back rooms at different places. I wanted her, and different people in unions wanted Council President Brenda Jones. I'm not hating on her. They didn't even want to consider Coleman Young. And I argued, well, how you going to not consider Sherry, and how you going to not consider Coleman Young? You got to put them two in the list. But anyway, that's politicking, and we know how that election turned out.
Yeah. Well, let me say this, Lee. Today, Detroit is United LLC from 2 to 5, Mary Grove House, Madam Cadillacville, second floor, Capitol. We will begin vetting candidates for elected office. Names were submitted to us.
This is your group.
This is my team. Yes.
Your team.
Yes. We registered with the state February 28, 2019, and we're still around.
And you're saying today, if a person is planning on running for all, is it just mayor or all offices in Detroit?
Well, like I was saying, we put the word out in September for the public. If you knew someone that you thought would represent the interests of the people, and they were for the betterment of Detroit, quality of life in Detroit, have substance to work with people and business and corporate, give us their name. And we had several names. Some of the folks we were able to contact, some we were not able to contact, such as Eric Williams, Sharon Phil, Crystal Crenison, Vonda Evans, Sherry Tagnobo, L.B.J. Williams, Coleman Young II, Reverend Charles Williams, Mary Water.
Why, all of them are running?
No, those were the names that were submitted to us for mayor. Okay, some of them responded, some we were able to contact. And so, like I said today, from 2 to 5, we will vet candidates for mayor, for clerk, for city council.
You starting early, Deputy Chief.
Well, really, when you stop and think about it, you should start 2 years ahead. And the reason being is, see, in Detroit, people use this old antiquated model 6 months before the primary, then you want to step out and say, I'm running for office.
Yeah.
The down part of that is, hey, the money is tied up, it's already committed. And that's why you see a lot of good people that want to run for office, they can't raise money because it's committed. And so you got to change this model. If you look around the country and you see successful candidates, whether they ran or whether they won or lost, their campaign was strong, their campaign was good. It's because they started 2 years before. And so we just have to change the paradigm here in Detroit. That's what we're about. So again, we're vetting candidates, and we need the people to call us at 313-399-8290.
Hold on 1 second, Deputy. Callers, please hold on. Hit that number again, Deputy Chief.
313-399-8290. We need more candidates for council, District 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Okay.
And we need the 2 positions at large. We have to change this paradigm in Detroit. And a lot of people feel like we feel that we're not being represented by Negroes in the town. I mean, when you look and see a $600 million tax overcharge on the people, you know something's wrong.
Well, we want our money.
That's right.
Now, they can give us our money direct or more realistically, and then I got to go, Deputy Chief. But
okay.
Or they can cut out our taxes for the next 10 years. Look, you got to do something.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, they're going to have to do something. $600 million.
And when you peel that onion back, it's going to be more than $600 million because I've worked since '72 for the city of Detroit, so that's 7 years. Starting with Gribb and today with Doug. And I don't know when the calculation, the formula to assess the city residents, when did that change?
Mayor Bing did it.
Oh, did?
2010 to 2016 is when, this is my overstanding of it, we were over-assessed and over-taxed. The overtaxing isn't going on. Now, it went on the first 4 years. Well, Mayor Bing started it. 4 years of his administration, what was he in? 5.5 years? And the first 2 years Duggan. And what we need to tell Mayor Duggan is, you didn't do this. However, the ball's in your lap, baby. You inherited this, and you, because you're there, you wanted to be mayor, and you're there. Come, mayor, council, the clerk, the treasurer, Eric Sabri, who came in after the Wychovic family, 100 years. The granddaddy was the county treasurer. The daddy was the county treasurer. And then the other one, Raymond Wychovic, died. And all. Y'all did this. But you, Eric Sabri, and Mike Duggan, and city council, y'all are there now. And we are looking to you for leadership. We are looking for you to be made whole. And my poor black people cannot spare one dime to be cheated, let alone $600 million. We want our money, and we need to march, rally, email, snail mail, whatever. Mike Duggan, your friend? Yeah, he my friend. We need to flood 313-224-3400. 313-224-3400 until they can't carry on any business. Okay, I'm cutting. I gotta go, Deputy.
Okay.
Thank you. Hey, keep us informed, man.
The bottom line is cut the damn check.
Yes. I'm with you.
Okay.
All right.
Talk to you.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Okay. We got another call.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Grand Rising to you.
Grand Rising to you, too. And Happy New Year to you as well.
Happy New Year to you.
Yes. I would just like to mention two things, if you don't mind, pertaining to jobs.
Of course.
And about the home.
We need jobs like we need water.
Yes. Okay, and then also about Section 8. Go to Detroit Housing Commission, February 2nd to February 5th. They got the Section 8 Housing Commission applications going on. With that, I would like to say Trinity Transportation is hiring, and DOT is hiring. And also, I want to say one thing. It didn't start with Bing. It started with Art. Because I called back in 2003, called back in 2007, told it to Richard Harrison, told it to Mrs. Broughton on their shows. I was going down there to pay my taxes, and they was asking me why was I paying so much. They cut me a check twice. So it goes, it didn't start with me.
Wait a minute, you saying you've been paid?
I've been paid twice, 2003 and 2007.
Because they overcharged you?
They overcharged me, and I was paying what they told me to pay on my taxes. And when I went down to room 134.
Because that's all we can do. They send the bill. It's just like DTE. You send us a $500 bill, we scratch our head, we don't get it, but we either pay it or you shut it. So you telling me you got 2 checks?
I can prove it that I received 2 checks.
All right. I ain't mad at you.
So with that being said, I would look into some more information.
Please.
And Minister, I need to call. Do I need to call Deacon Bruce?
What's up? What's going on?
No. I need to talk to you personally, privately, one-on-one.
Yes, ma'am.
It would be so beneficial.
Yes, ma'am.
So do I call Deacon Bruce?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, please call me.
This is the job seeker.
Yes.
Okay.
You're going to be totally devastated.
Okay.
What I'm about
I don't need to be devastated. I'm devastated as it is.
Well, we know that. Well, we don't.
We shooting, we killing, we stabbing, we raping, we twerking, we doing everything. And everything to each other and other people are getting us too. I don't need any death. I want some happiness.
No. Definitely. I mean, look. I want to say this, Minister. You're gonna be, I don't know, overjoyed, but
yes,
it's gonna be both ways, because it's both ways with me. But I got to share this, so I will. I'm gonna call up to the station, and can you leave Deacon Bruce's number up at the station?
I'm gonna give it to you now. 313-740-1066. His number has not changed yet, but I do believe that he is going to be getting a new number because he needs an official number. He does too much work, and things get clouded on his personal phone. So he will be getting a new number soon. I just have a funny feeling. But that number is still good, 313-740-1066.
Okay. I would definitely call him right now and have to tell you to give me a call.
Okay.
All right. Please do this for me, okay?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you. And have a great day.
You
and
too.
tell the Queen I say hello.
She's
and I
listening.
Danae too.
All right. They're waving.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Grand Rising caller, thank you for your patience.
Oh, thank you. And I agree. None of us need any more devastation.
Amen. Say that. Say that.
We like Popeye. We stood all we could stand. We can't stand no more. This is ridiculous.
We want some good news, you know. Look, you got two different kinds of make me want to holler. You got Jeremiah, fire shut up in my
bring back
bones.
Marvin.
Now, I
Bring
can
back
deal with
Marvin
that.
Gaye.
But then you got Marvin Gaye.
Say, what the is going on? What the is going on?
I'm going to try to stick with
he got
Jeremiah.
To change them, he got to add an expletive to that lyric.
Yes, ma'am.
This is ridiculous.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, we, the citizens of Detroit, the blackest city in this country, we have been abused from, I'll say after Coleman Young.
Yeah.
They took our schools, they stole all the money, closed, now we hardly have any schools left.
Yeah.
Well, we're still paying for schools we don't even have.
Yeah.
They and now, I'm just going to fast forward up to today. They have overcharged us on our homes when everyone across the country knew that when that recession came in 2008 and all the properties across the country had lost value, hello, your property taxes were supposed to drop. It's supposed to be commensurate with your now new property. Why they didn't do it here in Detroit and why they didn't do it in Michigan, I think it has something to do with the color of our skin. I don't know. I think that's what it is. But what I'm saying is we need our money. All property owners in the city of Detroit are owed money. I don't know if they're going to give you a check. I don't know if they're going to lower your property taxes. I don't know if they're going to let you live on the property for 2 or 3 years without paying property. They're going to have to come up with something.
Yeah.
And they need to get the money from all those businesses they gave these big tax abatements to. Illiches, Gilbert, all of them. If they don't have the money, get it from them. Why should they get away with murder and don't pay anything, and they're millionaires/billionaires, and you're raping the poor people that have nothing? So they better come up with something. Thank you very much.
I agree. I'm with you. Political friendship or not, I got a lot of political friends. But y'all got to do something. Really. People want their money. Ain't nobody gonna let that go. Y'all gonna have to do something. Cut the check. Cut the checks. Hold on, caller. Cut the check. Cut the checks. And if you just can't do that, don't charge us no property taxes. First of all, come out and reassess us right. Reassess us properly. Yeah, I do too, Keeler. We want our money, but I'm saying politics. The reality is you might get a 10-year no, but we'd rather have, she's throwing her fit, and she's right, we'd rather have our money. Hold on a minute, caller. I want to let you know the Detroit police are hiring. Detroit police, EMS, and fire. They're hiring. They're hiring. They're hiring. You don't have to itch and scratch about the Hook, Joe Nab, John Law, Popo. You can be one. Be one. And do the right thing. Don't snitch, just tell. Was never just meant for you and I. It was meant for all. Everybody. Give up your criminals. If the criminals are civilians, we give them up. If it's Popo, you give them up. They're starting off at almost $20 an hour, $19.58, with the opportunity to rise. Now, you know, if you're making $8 an hour, if you ain't making no dollars an hour, it'd be a good thing. You have to be at least 18 years old, have a GED or high school diploma, valid driver's license, U.S. citizen, no felonies, 20/20 vision or 20/20 corrected vision. Detroit Police, Fire, and EMS. You can call. Got two numbers for you. Hold on, caller. 313-400-5441. 313-400-5441 or 313-400-7743. 313-400-7743. Grand Rising caller. Thank you for your patience. Caller? Are you there? We can hear you. Yes, Grand Rising.
How you doing this morning?
How are you, sir?
I'm okay. Hey, the last caller, she's 1,000% right.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to get with Eric Sabri.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And these houses that they confiscate, man, for $2,000 and $3,000.
Or less.
That's the law.
Or less.
Okay, but
Or
when you
less.
turn around and sell the house for $20,000,
yeah,
and all I owe you is $2,000 for back taxes, I want my thing. You know what I'm saying?
I do. I do.
So they can't just keep I mean, just think about it. They outright robbing us. You know, my dad paid my house. This house I inherited this house from my dad. It took him 30 years to pay for it. Wow. He paid $27,000 for it. Wow. And do you know, over 30 years, he spent more than $100,000 in interest and stuff like that.
My Lord.
And then you go snatch it for $2,000 that I owe in back tax, turn around and sell it. You understand? For $25,000 because I owe you $2,000. And okay, take the $2,000. Give me my 18. You shouldn't be able to keep my crib like that, man. That ain't right. And like you said, like you in the last call we were talking about last time, I don't want no credit. Give me my money. I want a check. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I appreciate you taking my call, brother.
Well, that's what Aquila is over here saying. The Honorable Wanda Aquila Redmond, I was talking about cut the check, or because it's politics, we might have to have 5 or whatever years no tax. Aquila said, to heck with that. I want my, and she right. She is right. Now, let me tell you something. They're going to tell us we ain't got it. We can't get it. We're going to offer you tax breaks. Let me tell you something. If all 750,000, whatever the number is they say, live here, said, hell no, we want our check, we get checks. You hear what I'm saying? He gone? Oh, okay. Grand Rising caller, thank you for your patience.
Assalamu alaikum, Malik.
Wa alaikum salam, sir. Happy New Year.
Listen, Happy New Year, Malik. Hey, Malik, listen. I heard you talking about DTE.
Yes.
Okay, listen. Some people's bill be $500.
Mm-hmm.
And what my wife and I discovered, man, that instead of it being DTE as our prime supplier for our gas ready, we found that we had direct energy on it. And so when she called up about it, she said that was, she called up and asked the lady about it, Malik, and they found out they was overcharging us. And now our bill went from $500 down. Now we paying it went down to $300, and then our next bill it ended up going down to $200 and something. He said that we had direct energy, and they wasn't supposed to be on our bill.
Wait a minute.
What is energy and DTE?
What is direct energy? I don't understand, Elder.
I don't understand either. It was hold on, Brenda. Come here, please. Hold on, Malik.
Okay, yes. Okay, family, while we're waiting for the Elder, because it's live TV.
Yes. Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it was DTE, supposed to be our gas supplier, but it was direct energy that's supplying our gas.
Mm-hmm.
And I called and had a counter for the direct energy. And after that, our bill was cut in half. Mm-hmm. The lady said that we were paying 2 suppliers for our bill. Mm-hmm.
Why? Why are they doing this to us?
I don't know, but it went down like half of the bill cost.
And it's called direct energy.
Well, yes, that was our supplier for the gas supplier part.
Did they give you any money back, or they just
no? You're not gonna get no money back.
Okay, but they cut your bill.
Just have a counselor, have that part counselor, and just only deal with DTE. Mm-hmm. Wow. That's all. And tell them to check their bill.
Okay, well look, Akila's gonna be looking Monday because When we
You
say
know what I said, Malik?
$500, that ain't no. Oh, she said she looking today. She ain't waiting till Monday because our bill we're paying $500. We're paying over $500 a month. A month on the budget. On the budget. I say again, on the but look, we want some good news. Okay?
That's
We're
what I'm
gonna
telling
check
you.
this out. What you saying, Elder? We're gonna check it out.
All right, I'll be with you, man.
You too, and you know Farracon's coming, right?
Yeah, yes, I know.
All right, we got to get the word out.
All right, all right.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for that great information. Got
Okay.
another caller? Okay, phone lines are open. 313-868-6612. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, Savior's Day 2020, Sunday, February 23rd, 12 noon. Doors open. Program starts at 2. I not trying to get you not to go to church or wherever you attend or worship, but let me tell you something. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said when the Honorable Marcus Garvey came to his town that he would walk 20, 25 miles. Walk! Foot Patrol. Elijah Muhammad, no lightweight, walked 25 miles when Garvey came to town. Because when great men, great teachers, great scholars, people who can inspire you, lead you, and who love you, come, you should listen. This is the place to be. I'm sure your pastor will forgive you if on the 23rd you miss him once. Just make sure your offering, your tithing or whatever is sent in your absence, and the Reverend Doctor will be all right. Akila, we want to go see. She's looking at me funny. I'm right, though. We want to go see Farrakhan, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Let me let you know about some of the great programs at Wayne County Community College. We have student assistant programs where we work with challenges that students are facing, challenges facing working students, challenges facing unemployed students. Try to help students get jobs, assistance for parents, including child care, financial management, legal services. We can get you help with mental issues. It's them damn Republicans again. Governor Engler, Governor John Hitler Scissorhands Engler closed down the 17 mental facilities in Detroit, and now cats just walking the street, getting into trouble. Need help, need to be diagnosis, need prescription, need to lay down on the couch. They need some help, and they can't get it, so we criminalize them and lock them up. Boy, I'll tell you. Whatever happened to the decent Republicans? Whatever happened to the liberal Republicans? Whatever happened to the moderate Republicans? Good God. Governor William Milliken, where are you, baby? Health care and mental illness, neglect, violence. Your call is 100% confidential. 1-855-59-WCCCD. That's Wayne County Community College District. 1-855-59-WCCCD. And let me say this too. For Negroes and Negresses who got good jobs, so you think. And you think you can lie and BS and shuck and jive with people and mamas who's trying to take care of their special needs sons and help them, and you just wasting time and got attitudes. And, you can go to another school. Yeah, we can. And Negro, you ain't got to work here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You need to be careful how you treat people. Careful how you mess over people. The first caller, I heard that idiot. What did he call me? I'm not going to, but what did he say? Oh, shite butt. You know what shite means, and the other word for butt. Calling me that, not Shabazz or Shabazz, but shite butt. You know, all I can say is God bless you. Get in line, baby. Get in line. An elephant don't worry about an ant that jumps on them. You just kind of flick them off, like you and I do. An ant or two or something, you just flick them off, and you pray for them, and you keep on moving. If you're unemployed, we can train you to be a truck driver. No cost. CDL-A. Classroom, hands-on instruction, field training, driving stimulations, state of Michigan test and endorsement. We can get you in free. Dr. Curtis Ivory and his team got hundreds of programs. Free and near free, but you got to go. You got to get involved. The job is not going to come to your house. The job ain't coming to the cut, to the crib, to the backyard, to your front porch, to your condo, to your flat. The job ain't coming there. You got to go to it. It's get up, stand up. Do it for yourself. Do it for the ones you love. Do it for the ones who love you. We want our money. Eric Sabree, Mike Duggan, City Council, County Commission, y'all, cut the checks. Cut the checks. Cut the checks. Sister Keela might be willing. She might. I don't know. She harder than me. She might be willing to take half money, half tax. Oh, she's shaking her head. You gave them cash? She wants cash back. Well, there it is. We want the money. We want the cash, baby. We want the cash. Our phone lines are open. 313-868-0342. 313-868-4336. 313-868-0351. Hold on, one minute caller. Mama Burn and Daddy Burn. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. It's what I got. And I'm asking for your help. I'm asking you for your support so the movement, the ministry, the mission can continue on. Lemon burn, black seed oil, rose hips, detox. When the last time you detoxed? We need to not only detox physically, we need a mental, a spiritual, a emotional, physiological detox. We need to detox from white supremacy. Jesus Christ, forgive me. I'm not trying to say the name in vain, but Jesus Christ. We need a detox from all this. Grand Rising caller. Call 868-6612. 313-868-6612. Lemon Burn. Grand Rising caller.
Good morning, Minister Malik and Sister Akila. It's MC Gino. How are you?
Hey, man.
How are you?
How are you? I didn't talk to you, and I don't know when.
Yeah, I know it's really been a long time, man.
Yeah.
It really has been.
You all right?
Oh, I'm great. I'm actually back on We Run Detroit.
All right.
Radio. I'm back every other Thursday along with Queen Dinah Owens, your good friend, the oil lady. Queen Dinah
on the radio with R.J. Watkins Jr.
Yes. We Run Detroit. We are the #1 afternoon show in the city on Thursday.
Wonderful.
We've been on the air since September of last year. This year will be a year for us. Shout out to Queen Dinah of Queen Dinah Project, LLC.
Yes.
We are on the afternoon. That is the oil lady.
Yes.
She's got the best oil in the city. It's myself, it's Queen Dinah, and it's also the great Dr. Tanisha Ford, founder of Your Own Uniqueness, from years ago.
Yes.
From years ago. Have you ever watched My TV 20, Minister?
Yes.
Either WADL? Dr. Tanisha Ford is back with us, the legendary author of the book, I Miss the Hug.
Wonderful.
Not the Hurt. She is with us, one of our sponsors.
Yes.
And we are doing it real big on afternoons, every other
We're very
Thursday.
proud of you, MC Gino.
Yes, I'm very proud of myself. And then also, I want to let people know this. Detroiters United radio broadcast and Queen Dinah Project, we are now hiring for an assistant sales manager, part-time. The job is real easy. You're working along with yours truly. We're out in the field, and we are also getting people to buy time for our show, for Detroiters United Radio broadcast. And we are building a movement. We interview hairstylists, nail techs, makeup artists, community activists, state rep. We actually had Al Williams on our show, who's running for state rep.
Al BJ.
Yes. Yes, we definitely had him on.
Well, I hope the good brother wins this time.
Yes, we definitely
He's
hope
been
so
around
as well.
in Democratic politics. He's he's paid
We've
some
had
bills.
him. We also had Miss Letitia, the Lemon Burn lady.
Okay,
as
all right.
well,
All
who's
right.
a part of our team. So we're glad, and we also have Miss Cherokee, who is an aerobic instructor,
Okay.
and a licensed hairstylist as well, a part of our team. So our team is growing, along with Terry Davis and Dan Horton from Ameriplan.
Man, how do you fit all them people in the studio, man? That's a lot of people.
Well, we definitely make it
You
work.
got more
because
people
of
in there than
legendary
I
Queen Dinah. We make it work.
Yes,
we make it work. We have a live in-studio audience every other Thursday.
Okay.
And once again, like I said, we are now hiring. The job is very easy because our last assistant sales manager quit on us on yesterday. So we are on a long and strong campaign right now because we are now hiring. The job is easy, but you will get paid for gas for driving your own vehicle because we're in one stable spot. That's the Tim Hortons on Warren and Telegraph, meeting with people and getting people to sign on to become a sponsor of Detroiters United Radio Broadcast. Because we start you off on a minimum wage level, but it's a part-time level. It's 2 days a week and 1 day in studio if you are able to make it. Now, we're willing to work with people, Minister Malik. We're willing to work with people, but people have to work with myself and Queen because you have to be serious enough to be serious, and you have to be energetic for this
J.D.
job
Hill.
in sales.
Yes.
You have to. If you're not energetic, this position is not for you. I'll repeat that again. If you're not into sales or into media, this job is not for you. But because you have to be committed to working with myself, because I'm the lead sales manager, and Queen Dinah, who's our executive producer. Because this job is a 24-hour-a-day job where you have to book appointments, confirm appointments, and make sure that you are precise and to the point. And you will be also showing people the digital magazine, and also, Minister Malik, Detroiters United Radio Broadcast and Queen Dinah Project are in the Monthly Standard newspaper. And you can grab that from any area in the city, any place. It's the Monthly Standard.
Yes, sir.
So we want everybody to know, once again, we are now hiring at Detroiters United Radio Broadcast.
When is your show?
We are on every other Thursday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Now, we have 3 segments, Minister Malik. We have The Voice of Detroit, which is kicked off by Queen Dinah from 2 to 2:30. Then you have yours truly with What's Going On, Detroit. from 2:30 to 3. And then Queen and I do what is called the double team, which is I Am a Detroiter from 3 to 4 o'clock with our last hour of the show as well. So then people can call in at 313-868-0331. Our next show will be Thursday, February 13th, 2020.
All right.
At 2 p.m.
We'll be looking forward
Ladies
to
and
it,
gentlemen.
MC Gino.
And wonderful. If you guys want more information about the hiring position, you can email Detroiters United Radio Broadcast at DetroitersUnited235@gmail.com.
Yes, sir.
I'll give that again. That is Detroiters United 235@gmail.com. And just email us for the position. And remember, you must be serious enough to be serious.
J.D. Hill. J.D. Hill.
So we need the help because we cannot do it alone. We're trying to build a bigger and better
team.
Detroit, just like you are fighting
Yes, sir.
for a better Detroit.
All right.
And we salute the Marcus Garvey movement, Black Panther Nation, and what you guys do as well. So let's support, get up, stand up on Saturdays, because I'm very proud of you, man.
Thank you.
Because you're doing it good, big for Dr. Holly.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're really doing it big. So let's support, and let's get that lemon burn from Medicine Malik as well. 313-868-661212. Leave a message for Maxine, Renee, HT, or RJ. And we can always support all the shows on WHPR Radio, We Run Detroit Radio, Turbulence Radio. So definitely.
Thank you, MC Gino.
Hey, not
Appreciate
a problem. You take it easy.
You too, brother. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Be blessed. All right, we got a couple minutes left if you just want to check in. Recently, we got called. We got a call? Okay. Okay, I only got a few minutes. We got some reports about Lindsay Liquor, 17256. We went to check that out. West 7 Mile the other day. The store wasn't dirty at all, but the parking lot, Jesus, he dogged it. They got some work to do. Oh, and we went to visit Prince Valley Market. Wow, Prince Valley Market, which doesn't have the address on the card. They got good food. Oh, here we go. 5931 Michigan Avenue. 5931 Michigan Avenue, 48210. Good God, they so fresh. They so clean. We're going to be talking about that more. Go over there, spend some money, ask for Joe, and tell him I told you. Del Point Food Center, you know, we stopped to have marching, boycotting, picketing, filthy, rotten meat to negotiate. We had one meeting. We're supposed to have another one. Some of the leaders in the associated food and petroleum dealers came. The owner, supposed to have another meeting. The owner of Del Point calls up, whatever, flu, colds. He got emergency, got come, whatever. We went on and met with the associated food dealers people anyway, and we'll continue. We're going to let you know. We're going to reach out to Del Point Food Center one more time. But I issue a warning to you, Del Point, and you Negro snitches who like to run around and tell on people. See, you ain't dealing with murder. You ain't going to tell about that. Your nephew in your basement and his ratchetness. Tell them this. If we don't get a call resetting the meeting, we are going to consider this temporary truce over. Because the only ones I know about getting colds and flus is the people who were marching outside. And I want to applaud our members, male and female, who were out there in the inclement weather, out there in the rain, out there in the snow, out there in the slush, out there in the ice, catching colds and flus. I want to applaud every member that came. I want to applaud every person, elder and young, who left. Y'all drove away 2 deep, 3 deep, 4 deep, 5 deep. You Ubered, you lifted away, and especially them young black folks who walked away. No car, no cab, no Uber. They walked. I want to thank you for the support, for the love, for the respect you're showing to yourself and your city and your people and your neighborhood and the cause. Because the cause of Martin and Harriet and Malcolm and Medgar and Jeramogi and Marcus Garvey and others, our heroes, sheroes, Winnie, Nelson, it's global. Our enemy is global. Our oppression, our recession, our depression is a global phenomenon. It ain't just Detroit. It's everywhere. The work is not yet completed, but we are the generation to complete it in the name of Almighty Justice Christ. I love you. Please support Lemon Burn. 313-868-6612. 313-868-6612. God willing, we'll see you next Saturday. I don't know if it's me or Dr. Compensate tonight, but 11 p.m. to 1 p.m. at 9 p.m. I love you. I respect you. I believe in you. I close in the words of the Honorable Marcus Garvey. Up, up, you mighty race. We can accomplish whatsoever we will. Get up, stand up, truth and vision. The truth is now leaving the building. Peace.
One of the problems is they forget who elected them. They forget who supported them, who encouraged people to vote for them. So we got to hold people accountable. They become these people, judges, elected officials become part of the status quo, thereby becoming part of the problem.
You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit. The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of WHPS, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
All media platforms are engaged. Copy.
Get ready to launch your show or product.
Periscope ready. We're 5x5 ready to launch. Copy that.
Trend worldwide across all major platforms.
Ignition. 3, 2, 1.
The world is waiting. Watkins Broadcasting. More than just TV.
Hi, this is LaWanda.
This is R.J. Watkins.
Coming to you to bring you some information about the #1 detox in the nation, Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn helps to turn the fat into fit. It's for you, a happier, healthier you. Because you know healthy is the new beautiful. An all-natural way to improve your health. It promotes a healthy digestive system, attacks and reduces belly fat, as well as gives you energy. And to get yours today, call 313-868-6612.
Don't forget to exercise and eat right.
TV. You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit. In the world of digital broadcasting, transmitters and exciters sometimes do this. If this happens when you're watching WHPR TV 33, please do this. Watch us on Fire Stick, Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, or TV33WHPR.com. Download the WHPR TV app, and we can also be heard on Amazon Echo. So remember, if you see this, you can do this and support the station that supports you. WHPR TV is expanding its reach to 33 more cities on Comcast 90, Western Oakland and Livingston counties. Check out your favorite TV shows on Comcast in Southfield, Bloomfield Hills, Bloomfield, Genoa Township, Oak Park, Birmingham, Hamtramck, Brighton, Roseville, Brighton Township, Hazel Park, West Bloomfield, Royal Oak Township, and others. Don't have Comcast? Find us on Roku. Go to WHPR-TV-DetroitLive.com.
Hi, this is LaWanda.
This is R.J. Watkins.
Coming to you to bring you some information about the #1 detox in the nation, Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn helps to turn the fat into fit. It's for you, a happier, healthier you, because you know healthy is the new beautiful. An all-natural way to improve your health. It promotes a healthy digestive system, attacks and reduces belly fat, as well as gives you energy. Need to get yours today. Call 313-868-6612.
Don't forget to exercise and eat right.
What's happening in entertainment? From Tinseltown to the Big Apple, this is your weekly entertainment magazine with Greg Dunmore of PulseBeat.tv.
Pulse of a new generation. PulseBeat.tv.
Shane. That was Wayne Newton, you know, in the song.
That's a very young Wayne.
A very young Wayne Newton. But Dankeschön in German is thank you very much. And I want to say, first of all, Mildred Gaddis, thank you very much because I have been just addicted to your show the last few days because you have now the most riveting, powerful radio giving me background on our presidential candidates like none other. So I want to say Dankeschön because it has been really powerful.
Thank you. Glad you enjoyed it.
And we say Dankeschön because National German American Day. Now, you may be saying, because this is Black Talk Radio, and there's a connection that we've got to talk about. The reason why it is National German American Day, it used to be called German Day, it is because of the founding of Germantown in Philadelphia, one of the 13 colonies. And guess what?
What?
It was founded by German Quakers, and they were the first group of Americans that publicly denounced slavery in this country.
And in 1688, it's the first anti-slavery protest published in the United States, and it was signed not far from here, just a couple blocks down, at the home of one of Pastorius's Quaker friends. It's a profoundly Lutheran document, interestingly. Focuses on the Golden Rule and suggests, asks the question, would any person want to be treated the way slaves are treated? That is, would anyone want to be purchased, bought, sold, and enslaved for the course of one's life? Directly invokes the teaching of Jesus and of the Gospels and of the prophets before him, articulating the golden rule that we should not do unto another, no matter what their color, their background, their creed, what we would not want done to ourselves.
They had a decree that said slavery is a sin, slavery is obscene, and it must not exist in this country, and they formed a society of friends. So therefore, when we talk about German Day, which became German American Day, which is a national holiday, it is in salute to what these Germans did, German Americans, as we would call them today, and their public denouncement of this sinful thing called slavery, especially in the United States. So I just want to make that point.
You know, which one was it? And I know you'll know this. Gosh, Black German. Was it Mozart?
Yeah, could have been,
Bach,
Could have
Beethoven?
been.
One of them.
One
One
of
of
them,
them was a
yeah.
Black German.
So we got to talk about that. Now, I want to just say, in talking about some little German things, and we know the singer Marlene Dietrich, she was very well known, and Harrison Ford has a German background, and guess what? Guess whose real name is D-R-U-M-P-F? It's Duruff, Donald Duruff. That's his real name, you know, but he changed it over the years, or his family did, to Trump. Leonardo DiCaprio, German background. Sandra Bullock. Guess what? Ham as we eat today, smoked ham, Germany. Potato salad, Germany. Those chicken and dumplings that Aretha likes from Cracker Barrel because of the German influence. But guess what's not German? German chocolate cake is not German. A guy by the name of Sam German, his last name, he's an American name, German. He's the one that is named after, but Black Forest cake, that is German. So I just want to make that point. But guess what? We're going to do something historical. I remember when you said when we did the thing about Elvis Presley that you've never had that discussion on the radio. So we're going to have a discussion about something that ties in with German that I think that you may have never had as a point of discussion, and it ties in with arts, entertainment, and culture. Now tell me, can you guess who this American singer of international acclaim, who would be among the first major American singers to sing in German language?
Wenn du Geburtstag hast, bin ich bei dir zu Gast füreinander. Johnny, ich träum so viel von dir. Ach, komm noch mal zu mir, nachmittags
Eartha Kitt, of course.
You got Eartha Kitt, and not only was she the first person to sing in French that had a major hit, she is the first major American star that didn't come from a German background that dignified the German language, a black woman from South Carolina. Can you imagine?
Yes,
She did that.
And here's a part of the story that people never talk about. Eartha Kitt's mother was impregnated by a white man on a plantation.
Yes.
And her mother eventually married another man. And the other man said that he would not accept Eartha, the biracial child, that she could not live with them. So Eartha's mother sent her to New York to live with an aunt. And all of her life, she felt, as successful as she was professionally, she carried this feeling of being an unwanted and a nobody.
And you hear this in that sort of haunting voice she has. Now listen to this megastar who has good reason to be in love with the German language, and for more reasons than one.
I informed them that I am learning German, working, studying, but one of the things that I said was, ich heiße Anime Bullock, aber meine richtige Name is Tina Turner. And then some words that I say often is Danke vielmals, schönen Abend, ciao.
That's Tina Turner. Now, you know, she is married to a German man living in Switzerland. She gave up her American citizenship, and now she is a Swiss citizen in German-speaking Switzerland. Now, can you guess who this American celebrity is who is among the first to make German her language of love?
Jetzt meine deutsche Familie sind. Und deswegen bin ich nach München gegangen, damit ich sie alle zusammenbringen können, dass wir Mahlzeit zusammen haben kann, weil ich in Deutschland bin.
At that time, she was going by the name of Donna Gaines, and then
Donna
she
Summer.
Donna
That's
Summers,
what I was
yes,
thinking, Donna
who was
Summer.
married to an Austrian, and that is one time part of Germany, and
They were married up until she died.
right, and she really became a celebrity in Germany before she was a star in the United States.
Pulse of a new generation. PulseBeat.tv.
107.3 FM, WVIE.
How would you like for this to be you? Well, it could be. If you have the desire to be an independent radio personality, paying yourself, this is your chance. WVIE 107.3 FM and WHPR 88.1 FM are looking for people with outgoing personalities who can attract sponsors. Launch your career on a radio station with the latest technology in broadcasting. WVIE 107.3 and WHPR 88.1. If you're into talk, R&B, oldies, jazz, gospel, or soca, Radio We Can See is where you need to be.
88.1 FM, WHPR.
Have your own radio show. We have block time available. Call 313-868-6612. Radio We Can See, broadcasting live in the Virgin Islands and Detroit. Comcast Cable 91, 24 hours a day.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Pulse of a new generation. PulseBeat.tv.
I am woman, hear me roar. In numbers too big to ignore. And I know too much to go back and pretend.
I Am Woman, and the reason I played that was because Vivica A. Fox, she's going to do something that is a first. She is going to be the first African-American female in a movie to play the President of these United States. That's never been done before.
Who is?
This is Vivica Fox. She is doing a movie right now. She's filming it. It's called Crossbreed, and she's going to play the President of this country. It's a science fiction film, and that's never been done before. On TV, we've had Alfie Woodard. She's played the president on a TV show that came out about a year ago called State of Affairs, and we've had men, of course, Danny Glover in film, Chris Rock.
Mays Gilliam will be the next president of the United States of America.
Jamie Foxx, Lou Gossett, and of course Morgan Freeman, but we've never had an African-American female play the President of the United States in a movie. You are historical. You're going to be the first African-American woman to play the President of these United States in Crossbreed.
Yes.
So let us know just how historical that is and why we've got to support this movie, and you're in production right now.
Well, I'm actually going to be headed to production the end of the month. They have started shooting the film, and I had no idea, to be honest with you. When I got the role, to me, at first it was another role. I've been so busy and working. I just finished taping Empire last night in Chicago, so it's like the Midwest for me is really lifting me up. We're going to film Crossbreed in Buffalo, and when I got the call, do you want to play the president, I just thought, wow, how cool, because we had a female president in Independence Day played by Celia Ward, but I never made the assumption or the connection that I am the first female African American to play the president of the United States in a film, because Alfred Woodard was the first on TV. She did it, because I had a couple of people, you're not the first, and everyone had to make it clear I am the first in a film. And I just think that it's a wonderful time to show that female power is alive and well right now. I'm really hoping in November we will be able to continue the prosperous work of the first African-American president, Barack Obama, and then elect the first female president of the United States with Hillary Clinton.
The history-making Vivica A. Fox. We love you,
Yes,
Vivica.
Madam President.
Yes.
Yes.
Vivica A. Fox is filming as we speak Crossbreed. And I got to throw this out because when we talk about presidential and who is presidential, Mildred, give the audience, because you know so much, one black female who would be presidential had she put her cap in the race.
I know a lot of people say Michelle Obama, but no, I would not say Michelle Obama, although she's brilliant enough to do it.
Who would be presidential?
I would have to reserve that.
Well, can I tell you, whether people like her or not, it would be Condoleezza Rice. Whether you like her or not, her background would make her a viable candidate for the presidency of this country. Condoleezza Rice. And I wouldn't really vote for her, but that's beside the point. She's still presidential.
I've forgotten all about her.
Yeah, she's still presidential. Okay, now.
There's a girl that I once knew who often had a friend or two. She gave them time, love, wit, and rhyme.
Guess what breakthrough film is going to be remade into a television series the Netflix way?
All day to show their love and see which one.
She's got to have it. That was one of the songs. It's called Nola's Song, and that was Bill Lee.
Nola's song.
Yeah, that
Okay.
was Bill Lee, who happens to be Spike Lee's dad that wrote all the music. But Netflix now, which is becoming very popular, this whole way of watching TV.
Yeah.
And they are doing some outstanding things. They're turning now Spike Lee's movie into a television series, and they're turning the whole movie. It's going to be called She's Gotta Have It, the TV version.
Nola did something we'd never seen before. And we haven't seen it since.
Here you had a woman who was dating several men at the same time. She summoned them to her home for dinner, made them sit down, behave, and get along, and respect the fact that she was dating all three of them at the same time.
Right, and those were her pieces, you know. And I mean pieces that when she put them together, that would be a collective one man that she wanted.
Okay, folks, how would he know? How would a man know? But for women, let me just tell you now, for women, and I think for women who date more than one man at a time, that was revolutionary.
Yes, it was revolutionary, and it'll be revolutionary coming to TV. It's going to star actor Anthony Ramos from the Broadway show Hamilton, and he's going to be the star of the TV show. My prediction is that it won't be successful now, and that's only because I don't think that Spike Lee right now has the Midas touch. I think that the things that he's been doing as of late, they've not been successful, but I'll still wish him luck. Okay.
Oh, you're not loyal at all. You just like what the rappers say. They ain't loyal, right?
Now, here's another recent movie that is going to become a television show with Nia Long.
You're listening to Winchester University's only college radio station.
Dear white people, the minimum requirement of black friends needed to not seem racist has just been raised to 2. Sorry, but your weed man, Tyrone, does not count. Dear white people, please stop touching my hair. Does this look like a petting zoo to you? Mistress N, dating a black person to piss off your parents is a form of racism.
The show is racist.
Black people can't be racist. Racism describes a system of disadvantage based on race.
But I don't see what the point is in blaming white folks for everything.
I really don't see the issue. Never ran into any lynch mob.
It'd be good to elect someone like you as school president.
Someone else is running.
Together, we can bring black back to Winchester.
Who does Sam think she is? Just like Spike Lee and Oprah had some sort of pissed off baby.
The movie which I saw, Dear White People, which came out about a year or 2 ago, is now going to be a Netflix television show. And it's going to star Nia Long. It's going to be controversial. It's going to be interesting to see how they're going to turn it into a TV show. It's a very controversial film. I didn't like the film.
Now,
but
I was going to say, that doesn't seem to me that it's going to go the distance.
yeah, I don't think it will either. I didn't like the movie, but maybe with Nia Long, I do like her, so maybe she'll add some zump to it. And by the way, she's going to do for Lifetime a remake of the movie Beaches. Did you see the movie Beaches with Bette Midler?
Yeah, The Dying Friend.
Yeah, and it's going to be she and Idina Menzel, who at one time was married to Taye Diggs. She's a Jewish girl. At least I think she's Jewish.
She dropped him after he came off filming that movie with black women, and he came back saying how it was good to be back home and be away from those black women, and the white wife dropped him.
But it's really interesting that in the remake, Nia Long, the black female, is going to play the wealthy girl that befriends the poor girl that becomes a star. So times are changing somewhat. So you got the poor person now being the white girl and the rich girl being the black girl. So times are changing, as the saying goes, a little bit. Now, you know, I wanted to say this too when we talked about this being German-American celebration. That did you know, and I just found this out, that King's birth name was not Martin. Did you know that? I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No, his birth was Michael, and that his dad, when he went to Germany and they were studying religion, and he was very impressed with the teachings of Martin Luther, the dad decided that I'm going to change my name to Martin Luther, and my son Michael also will be Martin Luther. But that was because of what happened when he went to Germany and was so impressed with the whole Reformation.
Dr. King, would you list for us the barriers remaining which you believe must be destroyed before you and your followers will stop these demonstrations and give the South the chance to catch up?
Yes, first, there must be an agreement on the part of the political power structure of the South to guarantee the unhampered right to vote. This must be done with zeal, and it must be done with good faith. And this means removing every obstacle, including the poll tax. Now, there are some states in the hardcore South and other sections of the South that still have the poll tax in state elections, and we feel that this must be removed. Secondly, we confront the problem of brutality from sheriffs and from other police forces, from other law enforcement agents, and we feel that before demonstrations can cease, something must be done to end this kind of unnecessary abuse of police power and what we see as outright police brutality.
Pulse of a new generation. PulseBeat.TV.
WHPR TV is now on demand. Catch us when you want, how you want, where you want. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Watch your favorite TV shows on demand. And be sure to download the WHPR app. We're now on demand at your demand. WHPR TV Detroit on demand.com, a Watkins Broadcasting Company.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Pulse of a new generation. PulseBeat.TV.
C. Jemison always believed in following her dreams. In fact, she followed her dreams right into space.
2, 1. Booster ignition and liftoff of the Space Shuttle.
Born October 17, 1956 in Decatur, Alabama, but calling Chicago, Illinois her home, she always wanted to be a scientist. She believed it was her destiny to one day blast off into outer space. In June 1987, Dr. Jemison was selected for NASA's astronaut program. Her love of dance followed her into space. She took a poster of the Alvin Ailey American Dance Company along with her on the flight. With a successful launch of the Space Shuttle Endeavour on September 12, 1992, Dr. Mae C. Jemison became the first black female to travel into orbit.
So what I'm going to end up with is, and I'm going to have to paraphrase this, but it's a Martin Luther King quote. He said something like, right, that the judiciary, that laws or legislation can't change people's hearts, but it can control the hearts. Exactly. It makes a difference. Policy makes a difference. And the last one I'm going to end with is a quote by Will and Ariel Durant. They said, "The future never just happened, it was created." And we have an opportunity to create the future. We can't do that by standing back and letting someone else do it. We do it through our roles and how we vote. So thank you all for letting me be here with you, and I know what's going to happen.
Here's the issue. The issue isn't who we vote as an alternative. The issue is the reason why we vote for someone. We vote for someone because they can carry out our vision of the future. Here's where we are right now. We're in a place in this country where we've gone through a very bad recession, where we have brought some things to the forefront, where we have more health care for people. It's a place where we can talk about the economy because we have an economy, right? We're at a place where people are looking for a more hopeful future. And so what we have to do is to continue that. That's the reason why I'm here. I'm someone who believes in evidence, right? Scientists believe in evidence. And where you get evidence is from how people have behaved, what they do. And so when you look around, what has Hillary Clinton done? Since she's been committed to public service. So that we know that that's part of her. She's intelligent. She's been using that intelligence for doing good in the world, for coming up with different kinds of solutions, and being courageous, right? In the face of people coming up with all types of derogatory, discouraging statements. She's been there. She hasn't left us. And I think that's the reason why we want to be there, because we want a future that continues on, and that's part of of it. We want a future that continues on. I always say that if you wait for tomorrow, tomorrow comes. If you don't wait for tomorrow, tomorrow comes. So we have to go out and vote and do the kinds of work that we need to have done. We need to vote.
And every vote does make a difference. And can you say something to the audience, especially to the millennials that feel my vote does not make a difference? Can you say something that will inspire them to know that they've got to get out and vote?
So people always talk about, what you can do. And again, we get a chance to create the future. And if you choose not to, then you're not a part of it, right? If you say tomorrow comes, it's going to happen whether you get out there or not. So you might as well be a part of it. You have to be a part of it.
And the last question, can I ask you just one last question about being a first. You're a first, and if Hillary Clinton is going to be elected the president of this country, being a first, just something about being a first, being the first woman in outer space, being the first woman to be the president of these United States, just something about being the first.
Again, when I say, I think it's incredible that we have, we're at a place where we have a woman who's been nominated by a major office. The reason to vote for her is not only because she's a woman, but because of all the qualities and skills and experience and intelligence and possibilities that she brings for our future.
So as always, I thank you for watching this edition of Greg Dunmore's Pulsebeat.tv's Hot Happenings. And there was nothing hotter nor more happening than being at the Music Hall honoring Don Davis.
Davis is such an icon in our community. All the things that he did in his lifetime that we're still receiving the benefit from. And so it's so wonderful that Kiko is keeping this going on and really making.
I know you've got to be so happy and that Don is smiling from heaven above. How are you feeling in this moment?
I feel just overjoyed, humble, happy. I can't explain it. I'm just so happy that so many people turned out to support a great cause, a great legacy, and we're bringing the banking community together, the entertainment industry together, and I just think it's a phenomenal outpouring of support, and I'm happy and proud that we are doing it.
Detroit has really been through so much, especially in the last 10 years, that it really warms my heart to look around this beautiful city tonight and to see it on a comeback, and especially tonight that Kiko and her family was able to bring a little bit of Hollywood to Detroit with myself, Vivica Fox, and Laz Alonso co-hosting the Bankers Association.
The importance of a Don Davis for you would be what?
Banking. Black banking. Right now, it's an election year, and you hear certain candidates talking about how bad the African American community is doing and how poor they are, and they walk outside and they get shot, and that's just not true. You can't just collectively just throw a blanket on everybody and say all black people are living in hell. That's wrong. So it's an election year. It's very important for us to really know what's going on, see through all the BS, and come together as a unit and understand, as a collective, and understand that our vote was only legitimized 51 years ago. And in the last 51 years, you look at people like a Don Davis and see what he's accomplished, and other black bankers that are here, and just black people in general. We've come a long way in 51 years, and the next 51 years are going to be even better than the last 51 years. You can't stop this. So this is something that I wanted to come support, not only for the importance of the legacy that he has established, for himself, what he's left behind, but also how important this year is for us as a people.
I was called by Kiko Davis, Don Davis's wife, and she's done a tremendous job in leading the foundation and continuing Don Davis's legacy, so that his positive efforts continue even after his death.
So it's a pleasure to be here. I love the kids. We support them in all their events, and of course this is a very, very good event tonight for Mr. Davis.
As always, I thank you for watching this edition of Greg Dunmore's Pulsebeat.tv's Hot Happenings. We can hide,
world of digital broadcasting, transmitters and exciters sometimes do this. If this happens when you're watching WHPR TV 33, please do this. Watch us on Fire Stick, Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, or TV33WHPR.com. Download the WHPR TV app, and we can also be heard on Amazon Echo. So remember, if you see this, you can do this and support the station that supports you. You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit.
This show is brought to you in part by Wayne County Community College District, where education shines bright.
What's happening in entertainment? From Tinseltown to the Big Apple, this is your weekly entertainment magazine with Greg Dunmore of PulseBeat.tv.
Pulse of a new generation. PulseBeat.tv.
Hi, and as always, I welcome you to PulseBeat.tv, Greg Dunmore's Hot Happenings, and we're in the heart of Hart Plaza at the Paradise Valley Music Festival, and nothing is hotter or more happening than being in a place that symbolizes the best of what Detroit is about. Paradise Valley has a distinctive background, and it's all about connection. So let us connect you to the hottest place in Detroit. PulseBeat.tv, Greg Dunmore's Hot Happenings at the Paradise Valley Music Festival. Paradise Valley is about saluting those legends prior, from Nat King Cole to Duke Ellington to now you're in the. So let us know your feelings about being distinctively in Detroit at the Paradise Valley Music Fest.
Well, you know, that it is an honor. It is an honor because we all stand on the shoulders of everybody. There's people that stand on my shoulders, and I've stood on shoulders of people in the past. And to be a part of that whole situation, we did it 5 years. I did it 5 years ago when he first started out, and the history, it was an awesome history. The whole situation to me at that time was an awesome thing, and it even means more when I'm invited back.
Now, when we talk about those legendary names, is there any name that sort of schooled you on becoming the legend that you are now today?
Shoot, man, I mean, through the years when I was a kid, I've been singing since I was 10 years old. I mean, professionally, since I was 10 years old. Started out in the gospel field, of course, back in Akron, Ohio. But, of course, I listened to Stevie Wonder, Donny Hathaway, and then the man, to me, was Marvin Gaye, of course. And, you know, so, but at an early age, I really started realizing that the things that made them unique and made them stand out was the fact that they were unique and they stood out. So at that point, when I was 15, 16 years old, I started saying, well, you know, let me take these influences and wrap them all up in one thing and put my whole thing on there. Let me do something or establish something that makes me stand out as Howard Hewitt, because through the years, you always say, you hear cats say, I want to sound like Stevie, or I want to sound like Donnie, or whatever. I wanted people to say, hey, I want to sound like Howard. So, you know, at that time I started putting that whole thing together to become a unique force at that time.
Now, as Johnny Washington told me, that it's about connections, and the scene years ago, even before you were here, even though you started very young, and we talk about the Cotton Club, and we talk about the ambiance of the community and the culture. This is, I call it BC, that means before crack, and AD is after drugs, but still, during the time when show business was something else. The state of show business today, in your opinion, what might be some of the biggest differences that exist in the business today?
Well, the thing, we were just, Johnny and I were just having a conversation about that this morning, and it is so interesting now, whereas we're back in the day. Back in the day, it was about, you would hear cats say, I don't want to talk about anything, business-wise. I got a manager, I got an accountant, I got an attorney. They talk about, I'm all about creativity. Well, unfortunately, a lot of those cats today are broke. They don't, because they didn't take care of their business. But now we fast forward to now, the way it is today, whereas a lot of it is all about, like they say, the Benjamins, it's all about the money. So now creativity is lacking. You know what I'm saying? So you got to find some happy medium somewhere in the middle, where you have to realize that the reason why you're doing what you're doing is about the music. So you have to respect that, but you have to take care of your business while you're doing it also, and make sure your business is straight. Make sure you got the people. You're not, those days of okay, the accountant can sign off on any check. No, those days are over. I know every check that goes out, because even if it's with my accountant, I go there once or twice a month and sign them off. So I know what the deal is. So it's important, but the way that thing with social media and everything today, and the way that the business is done today, I do credit a lot, as far as like I said, we talked earlier today. I credit rappers. The rappers came in and they changed the game as far as financially is concerned, because it was about really starting to take care of your business.
One of the things that Johnny Washington has underscored, that Paradise Valley and this city was about ownership, about African Americans owning things. Yeah. Now, we know that you're a man that has done very well in this business, and I'm going to talk to you as the businessman. Where are you right now in the business of Howard Hewitt and your wonderful enterprises that you're involved in globally?
Well, I always do stuff as far as within the community, keeping everything, viable and open in the community. It's about ownership. The last few projects that I've done, I own them. Everything that I do from this point on, I own them, or a good portion of it, because you can't do anything by yourself in this business. So when you have 100% of the pie, then you can you have the liberty to give away, certain things for marketing and promotion, maybe for distribution and stuff. You give away a piece of that pie, but always keep the majority of the ownership within your whole situation. So I do very well with that. I do. People try to get me into promotion, but that's a whole nother animal, man. I don't have a stomach for that. I don't have a stomach for promotion, because I don't like to lose, And in order to be a good promoter, you have to lose sometimes. So, I don't have the stomach for that. But there's a lot of different stuff. They're doing an unsung episode, which is airing on the 24th of August on me.
Now, wait, now, who's going to play you? Now, we know who played Mickey, your friend Mickey Howard. Who's going to play you in the movie version?
In the movie, I don't know. I don't know who's going to play me in the movie version. We got to figure that out. I haven't seen anybody that I would trust with that right now.
Now, the Paradise Valley Music Fest, I'm going to do part 1 and part 2. I want you to tell the audience how they can distinctively support you in a measurable way, and then also let people know why it's important to support Johnny Washington's Paradise Valley Music Fest, part 1 and part 2.
Part 1 and part 2. It's as far as, because social media is serious now. I mean, you can't even. I was talking to somebody, and the mentality as far as social media, even 4 or 5 years ago, is way different than it is now. So social media wise, I have the Facebook.com/Howard Hewitt fan page, and then the Twitter account is Just the Vocalist, and the Instagram account is Howard_Hewitt, and so you can get in touch with me. And I have thehowardhewitt.com, thehowardhewitt.com. But it's important, for history, as far as to support Johnny in this whole thing that he does every year. Every year he does this, puts up his money and to support the legendary acts that have been important throughout our history. And that's why it's important to support it. It's important to get out and support that whole thing. It's here. Detroit has so much history, as far as Motown and all that's concerned. musical history and stuff. So, you know, it's like, it's important to get out and support it.
Ain't no sun really gone, and you're always gone too long. Anytime you go away, anytime you go away,
Pulse of a new generation. Pulse Beat TV.
WHPR TV is now on demand. Catch us when you want, how you want, where you want. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Watch your favorite TV shows on demand. And be sure to download the WHPR app. We're now on demand at your demand. WHPR TV Detroit on demand.com. A Watkins Broadcasting Company.
They said I couldn't drink. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Mo Better Blues Jazzy Bistro, downtown Detroit's hot spot.
Where live jazz and smooth music is embedded in an atmosphere embellished with great food,
great drinks,
and city trendsetters.
For dining out, social networking, and special events.
You won't find a Mo Better place than Mo Better Blues. Mo Better Blues, 546 East Larned in downtown Detroit.
Pulse of a new generation. Pulse Beat TV.
You don't even like the way he love you. You don't like the way he touch you, baby. You don't even like the way he kiss you. You don't like it at all. Every tear that he made you cry, 1,000 times. Be a better guy. All those times he just not be
When you support the spirit of what Johnny Washington is doing and the Paradise Valley mission and all the greatness that now you're part of because you're one of our living legends. Now, before we say see you later, there are a lot of guys, they're watching this and they want to be you. There are guys that grew up listening to you and they're looking at you thinking, I want to be you. Now, as a sex symbol, the guys want to be you, but let them know one of the disadvantages of being a sex symbol.
One of the things as far as being a sex symbol, the most important thing is not to believe your own hype. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's something for everybody else to acknowledge and everybody else to revel in or whatever. Once you start believing your own hype, once you start believing, oh, I am a sex symbol, that's the beginning of a very slippery slope, and it can go down very, very quickly. But it's important as an artist to know where you are, to know what kind of artist you want to be. I mean, a lot of people go from this genre of music and then they go to that genre of music and they put this and that in their music, that and that. You have to know what you want to do and who you want to be. That's very, very important because on the search of finding that, it's good to search and find out where but once you figure it out, you be true to that. Because if you go here and you go there and you go back there and over here, it's like, you know, you not only stand a chance of losing yourself as an artist, your audience as an audience, so to speak, but you stand a chance of losing yourself as an artist. And so, you know, it's important to stay true to who you are as an artist. Consistency is definitely
wow. And you know, as I think of the word consistency, I see Johnny Washington. John, you've been consistent for now some years doing exactly, doing a lot in this community, not only locally but nationally. how does it feel sitting next to somebody that is my big fan, and just let us know how you two know each other.
Well, we can know each other, man, through, I met Howard through his music years ago because I was a fan and still is a major fan. I just, and we go back like over 12 years now. And it started when one year I brought him into one of the festivals and the Ribs and Soul, right, which is August 12th, 13th, 14th at Art Plaza. But, and things just evolved, and a friendship developed, and now, I'm proud to call him a friend. And, he had a record out called Amen when I moved from Detroit that got me through a lot of trials and tribulations.
It's time to say goodbye for now. We'll have our second time around. But before we go, there's something I'd like to say. Everything's not what it seems. There's a stronger force behind the scenes. He's in our lives every day. He's right there when we call. In him is where my strength lies. I lift my eyes beyond the skies. Only he can save my life, and only he can heal my cry. I wanna thank you, God, for giving me one more chance to raise my voice and to sing your praise. I sing it out loud, I sing it all day. This song is my prayer, I give to only you. I know it can't compare to the gift from you. You gave me your love, you gave me your son.
And I was able to share that with him, and it just evolved into a great friendship.
Now, you didn't hear what he said in terms of the 3 secrets to success, but I'm going to ask you, as a business person, as a creative person, what do you say are 3 reasons why this man is so successful?
I would say that consistency fits him to a T. His dedication to his craft. Here's a man that since he was 10 years old, has only missed 1 flight in his career, do a gig, man. And so that is remarkable. And so that goes to show you when a promoter puts their money on the line and we need a solid act and we need acts to show up, and not that that's a big issue, but to know that Howard is going to be there time in and time out, it just means a lot.
And distinctively for the theme of Ice Valley Music Festival, why did Howard Hewitt make a good fit when you were selecting your acts for this particular wonderful festival that you're doing?
Quality. And I wanted Howard to be a part of the 5th, because he opened this festival up with us 5 years ago, and so it was a way to bring him back and reminisce on that 1st annual to our 5th annual, and so when I look at that, and like you said, he's hit the point of legendary status. He would be the last person to say that, but when you really look at his career, it's at that point. Here's a man, years later, is still engaged. I mean, we just left a place earlier today having breakfast, and you would have thought, they just bought your latest CD, which they should. But, it's just a remarkable thing, and that becomes that quality that he's preserved for his career.
Now, we call Johnny Washington also Mr. Detroit because he's been such a supporter of the city. Now, Detroit has been going through some changes, and we know they say the good, the bad, and the ugly. We talk about the great, the good, the bad, and the ugly. When you think about Detroit, and be honest now, we want to keep it real, what do you think about as an international celebrity when you come into this city? What does Detroit symbolize to you?
Detroit symbolizes a great history of music as far as from Motown, just throughout all the years, Temptations with, Ollie Woodson and the whole thing. I mean, it represents a great section of our history as far as music is concerned. Plus, it's great people. I mean, no matter what you go through, what Detroit goes through, there's still some solid people here, solid people that are real and not down for what's happening as far as like, you know, the country is concerned. And, you know, I love coming here. I have great friends here. You know, I couldn't live here, you know, because I left Ohio because of the cold. I was born and raised in Ohio. See, I know what the cold's about. So I left there because it was too cold. So, but I love coming here visiting in the summertime.
Complete this thought. If you miss coming to the Paradise Valley Music Fest 2016, complete the thought. If you miss coming,
you missed a good time. You missed some serious jazz, some serious blues, some serious R&B. You missed a good time. You should definitely make sure that you get down here and check it out. 2016 Paradise Alley, Johnny Washington deal.
You know, this comes annually once a year, and it celebrates the history. It, you know, it gives you a chance to support local entrepreneurs, eat great food, international sounds from international recording artists. You know, last night was just incredible with Howard Hewitt, and Ronnie Laws just took it over the top.
to the audience, that if you also supported Johnny Washington and a Howard Hewitt, you've stood the test of time and you're still turning that wheel, a special blessing is going to come your way. So we'll see you at the Paradise Valley Music Fest. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You know the word, let me hear it. I sing it out loud. I sing it. So beautiful.
Pulse of a new generation. PulseBeat.TV.
Mo Better Blues Jazzy Bistro, downtown Detroit's hot spot.
Where live jazz and smooth music is embedded in an atmosphere embellished with great food,
Great drinks,
and city trendsetters.
for dining out, social networking, and special events.
You won't find a Mo Better place than Mo Better Blues. Mo Better Blues, 546 East Larned in downtown Detroit.
107.3 FM, WVIE.
How would you like for this to be you? Well, it could be. If you have the desire to be an independent radio personality, paying yourself, this is your chance. WVIE 107.3 FM and WHPR 88.1 FM are looking for people with outgoing personalities who can attract sponsors. Launch your career on a radio station with the latest technology in broadcasting. WVIE 107.3 and WHPR 88.1. If you're into talk, R&B, oldies, jazz, gospel, or soca, Radio We Can See is where you need to be.
88.1 FM, WHPR.
Have your own radio show. We have block time available. Call 313-868-6612. Radio We Can See, broadcasting live in the Virgin Islands and Detroit. Comcast Cable 91, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
So they say it's a man's world?
Well, I don't see anybody's name on it. While they were out doing their thing, we slowly changed all that. We changed all that. Today, women can do anything men can do. And there's one thing we're even better at.
Pulse of a new generation. PulseBeat.TV.
And before we leave you, nothing is hotter or more happening than being in the picture of history. And this is a moment which is being captured for the Democratic National Convention, where there's going to be an acknowledgement of the ancestors of the great ones, Harriet Tubman, Roosevelt, and those people certainly who set the foundation of greatness for this nation. Rosa Macaulay Parks and her family, the Macaulay family. Wow, now that's a hot happening.
Okay, here we go. Everybody's looking at me. We're all smiling. Everybody's happy. Okay, and 1, 2, 3.
This is a moment of history, and certainly Rosa Macaulay Parks is smiling from heaven above. Let us know about this moment in history that will be part of the Democratic National Convention.
Yes, well, I'm pretty excited that we all are forming a new legacy right here to include in our family history. And I think it's very important that we mark this event, and I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, that's exciting. Now, let us know exactly, this is going to be a photograph, a video moment. How is this going to be part of the Democratic National Convention?
Well, I believe they're going to use the photograph as backdrop when Hillary Clinton, she's going to come out and talk about some of the women that inspired her, and Rosa Parks was one of those women. So that's what we're doing here today.
And I was told that also Harriet Tubman is going to be one of the women.
As well as Eleanor Roosevelt and Harriet Tubman, yes.
Wow. Three women who are smiling from heaven above.
Right. Yeah, we're really blessed to be together and be able to represent our Aunt Rosa. She would really be happy about this.
Fantastic. So when we talk about the state of where we are right now, and certainly we're in perilous times because of what has happened all over the nation and really internationally speaking, any special message that you would like to tell our audience?
Well, you know, Black Lives Matter, and I think that we need to become more aware and research our history and our culture, because I think that's the missing ingredient.
I believe that as well, that the missing link is history. So once we get that down, then Black lives will really matter.
Yeah, and that we really are powerful. We'll just use our resources and come together and do what we have to do to demand our respect.
Something that you want to tell Hillary Clinton?
I want to tell her not to forget the little people, and not to, once you get in there and you're in that rarefied air, I'm pretty sure she's going to make it. When you get in there and you get all that power, don't forget us. Look back at us and give us a hand up so we can do something for our babies. They'll have it better than we have had it.
Fantastic. So therefore, I'm assuming that President Hillary Clinton, and she'll be wearing that title, will be watching this, and she's going to be aware of the Macaulay family because of her respect for your aunt, and you're telling her, don't forget the little people.
Right, don't forget us. We know we are supporting you, and we want to be supported in return. We don't want this the police to be able to kill us whenever they feel like it. Somebody needs to take a stand against them and tell them to stop. We've been here for 500 years minimally, built this country, blood, sweat, and tears, and these babies deserve better than to be stopped just because they driving while black or walking while black.
And one thing that is certainly true, that there's a special blessing because the Macaulay family is gathered together for this moment in history, and we know that your Auntie Rosa is smiling, as I said before, from heaven above. Thank you.
1, 2, 3. That's great.
Pulse of a new generation. PulseBeat.TV.
WHPR TV is now on Channel 90. Check out all of your favorite morning talk shows on Comcast Channel 90 every day from 7 a.m. to 12 noon, and watch us anytime, day or night, on all of your favorite devices. Download the WHPR TV Now app and take us with you wherever you go. WHPR TV is now on Comcast Channel 90 every day from 7 a.m. till noon. WHPR TV, a Watkins Broadcasting Company. You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit. world of digital broadcasting, transmitters and exciters sometimes do this. If this happens when you're watching WHPR TV 33, please do this. Watch us on Fire Stick, Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, or TV33WHPR.com. Download the WHPR TV app, and we can also be heard on Amazon Echo. So remember, if you see this, you can do this and support the station that supports you.
Well, good evening. It is yet another Friday, and it just so happens that this is the last Friday in January of 2020. It is January the 31st today, and this is the Ask Welfare Rights broadcast. We try to get to you every Friday. I say we because usually Marion and I are here together, but this afternoon, I think she had another event connected with the General Baker Institute, so she will not be here today, but I always think of her. If she's not here physically, she's here in spirit. So my name is Maureen Taylor, and I work with the Michigan Welfare Rights Organization, and like to welcome you to the greatest station in the nation. I think this is one of the last black radio and TV live activities that is happening in the Detroit Highland Park community. So we always like to shout out to how wonderful it is to be involved with the R.J. Watkins and Henry Tyler and the folks that run this outstanding organization. This is the weekly broadcast of Ask Welfare Rights. My name is Maureen Taylor, and I work with Michigan Welfare Rights. Call-in numbers are, as always, there's at the bottom of your screen, and it's always 313. And the numbers where you might want to share an opinion are 868-0342 or 868-0351 or 868-4336. What a week it has been. I think the next line says what a rare mood I'm in, but that's as far as any of us can mention and can talk about this last 7 days and under. The country is reeling from the unexpected and sudden death of Kobe Bryant. And I think it is absolutely the suddenness and the shock of what happened here, where this young man and his daughter and 7 other folks were on a helicopter, as you all know. The pilot asked for permission to fly, even though state and county police and city police had already grounded their helicopters because of extreme fog. And one of my colleagues was just in here a moment ago. We were talking about it. If you've ever been in a whiteout, driving somewhere on a freeway, highway out in between cities, and that snow falls, and you could see it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 seconds before you drive into it, and you realize that there was a truck that you were following, and you get into this whiteout, you don't know how thick it is, how far you have to drive. Snow. I've been in whiteouts that were snow. I've been in whiteouts that were fog and snow coming across the road. And as fearful as I was, oh my goodness, I know this truck was right in front of me, 3, 4 lanes. I'm more fearful when I look in my rearview mirror and I know that there are cars coming. And so I've been in a similar circumstance, and you probably have too. This pilot asked for permission to fly, perhaps a different route, closer to the basketball game that they were all trying to get to, the Mamba Stadium, and got caught up, and that fog fell right over that windshield, and he couldn't see. And in seconds later, not knowing what to do, oh my goodness, do I go left, do I go right, can I go up, what can I do? Within seconds of that fog falling on that helicopter, he crashed into a mountain, and I'm sure instant death for everybody that was on that helicopter. My goodness, just a simple thing. May I ask permission to fly, even though everybody else, because the fog is so bad, everybody else has decided to err on the side of safety. And I'm certain you all might remember the Titanic, those movies. And Titanic, the HMS, His Majesty's ship, Titanic. And the warning the captain was given, there's some bad weather ahead. You better wait. Don't leave right away. And the folks on the ship, nope, we got to go. We got to go. Captain getting some more weather reports. Well, the weather ahead is difficult. Gonna be some problems, so you better go slow. Nope, rich people onto your boat. We got to go fast. And how did that turn out? And the Poseidon adventure, you know, ships flying and storming and on the seas into areas where bad weather has been predicted. So, you know, this was an accident for sure. I want to say pure and simple, but it's just so horrific, where people lost husbands, people lost wives, people lost children, people lost coaches, people lost little girls. Boy, boy, boy. And of all of the celebrities that have been picked out, and to look at the Albonetti family, the little a white guy that was the coach of the team, and to see how miserable people are, and the daddy that got on TV talking about his 3-year-old asking, where's mommy? And he's breaking down on TV. I can't look at Doc Rivers anymore. Just a mess, and no way to heal your heart from looking at that sort of thing. I did notice that Miss Vanessa, Kobe's wife, finally made a statement. She's a strong woman, because I wouldn't have been able to talk for a whole lot longer. But I know she needed to pull it together, because she got 3 more little ones that are missing their sister and missing their dad. But apparently a class act, and came out and said she was setting up accounts and support services for everybody that died in that helicopter crash. Okay, then I'll flip to the other side, where D.L. Hughley has been on a rampage rant, and rightfully so, where newscasters just have to find a way to denigrate somebody. And lots of newscasters on TV saying lots of difficult things. Oh yeah, back in whatever year, there was a court case. Yeah, we know. We all remember. And bringing that up as if it has something to do with apparently the quality that this young man had grown into. Girl dad, hashtagging all around the country. Dads making YouTube pictures, videos of themselves and their daughters. Girls' dad. whatever that was that happened early in his marriage, early in his relationship, it looks like it turned him into the person he turned out to be. So rather than, I'm with DL, rather than denigrate and throw stones and, you know, he had a past. Well, we all have a past. I remember reading books about and then finally seeing the movie Malcolm X and what a difficult person he was. You know, read and all the activities, illegal activities that he had been involved in. Not good things. And then something happened. And he turned into somebody else. And really what he turned into was the person he was supposed to be. So, you know, as the country just reels from the horror of what happened with this helicopter crash and 9 lives gone in seconds, the best we could do is offer our prayers and take a page from at least one of those who passed away from that book. And that book is whatever sins and whatever mistakes any of us have made in life, that does not define who you are today, and it does not challenge who you can become. So right away, when I heard about it and thought it was a hoax, can't be true, and the next thing I could think of was to ask the Spirit to welcome these 9 people that were unexpected, but they're at the front door, and please, Spirit, let them in. Want to say something to you tonight? Oh, that's what that is. About a program called PACE. And PACE is spelled P is in Paul, A, C is in church, E is in A, PACE. And I don't even know why I didn't look it up. I've forgotten what the letters stand for. I've had to be involved with the PACE program the last week or so to try to identify if this is a program that can work for elderly people, 65 years of age and older, that live alone, that have some mobility challenges, need some help in maintaining their independence, a few things like that. And I had heard of the PACE program. I'm an MSW, so I knew something about it. But I began to really do some research the last couple of weeks. Wrote a couple of emails and sent them to them. Please contact me so I can get some details about the program. And I want to stick up for PACE, P-A-C-E. They have a day program where they will pick residents up who are eligible for their program. They come out to your house, one of the intake workers and the social worker will come out, nurse will come out and interview the individual who is being considered for PACE. And if that person is deemed eligible, they have a series of medical supports that they offer. And it's just magnificent. The big program there is that they'll come and get you between 8 and 9 in the morning, somewhere in that area, pick you up in their own PACE van, take you out to their daycare facility. They've got an adult daycare facility. And what they offer there is breakfast. You can get picked up, get dressed up, and van will come and pick you up. You're in a wheelchair, you're on a walker, you can walk, whatever. Take you out to the facility where you can have breakfast. And then after that, there's bridge, and there's tunk, and there's blackjack, and whatever other kind of activities that they offer, and apparently it's quite a few. Movies, I like it, movies. They have junkets to different activities. Perhaps you go to Target, another time you go to Walmart, another time you go to the Y. Maybe you want to get into the water aerobics program. All of these things are available. Got to hurry up and get involved and be back at the right place, because next comes lunch. And you're served lunch at the facility as well, followed by additional activities, and somewhere around 3 to 3:30, they will take you back to your apartment, back to your home, and then decide whether or not all of the medicines you need to take during the day, have you taken them, and make certain that you're good and that you're well, so that if you're ready and up and willing for the next day to go on activities, they'll come back and pick you up again. It's outstanding. PACE is the name of the program, PACE. So I would urge folks to get on that. Now we're going to take this call. Caller, you're the first caller of the evening, and thank you for calling, and thank you for checking in with Welfare Rights. You are on the air.
Certainly welcome, and happy Friday.
Well, thank you so much, Ms. Theo. Thank you much.
I was calling because I watched the State Address.
Yes.
By the governor, and unless I blinked my eyes and missed it, she did not say one word about the importance of the census.
You know, I don't think she mentioned the census at all.
No. Oh.
No, she didn't say anything about that, you know.
Right, and that's extremely important for all of us to participate in.
It is.
That means more money coming to the state, to the city, to the county.
Schools, yeah.
Yeah, she didn't open her mouth.
We had census training at my church this past weekend, so they're still training folks, and I think people should get involved in the census activities so we can get a few of those federal dollars coming our way. I agree.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Did she mention anything about the insurance?
Well, you know, I had heard early on as the newscasters were getting prepared that she was going to shock everybody because her comments were only going to be 30 to 35 minutes long. And I didn't think anybody could do that. I ain't never met a public official that could make a quick speech and get on off the stage. But she did. She did.
The first thing she made the statement about was, this is not about the clothing. So don't be making those smart-ass remarks about what I'm wearing.
Yeah, you remember that? People didn't like her outfit.
All they could talk about was what she was wearing.
Yeah, you know, her clothes are too tight. You know, she told them clearly, shut the hell up. This ain't got nothing to do.
Exactly. And then she spent too much time talking about the roads. You know, I think it would make a lot of sense if she had a chart to show about all the state roads, which is what she says she's going to concentrate on.
Yeah.
And then the county roads and the city roads after that. And secondly, which probably should be first, she needs to find out about those companies that lay roads on the East Coast that last a long time, like the airport runway.
Yep.
You know, the runway doesn't seem to have a problem.
Planes fly over that mess, and they still keep on holding on. You know?
Right.
But you know what? She talked about women, especially low-income women, who are having babies, and they go into different medical modes and depression and whatnot. And up until now, you can only get 6 weeks. And the new legislation that pushed it to a year of being able to have services and income coming in. And Ms. Theo, did you watch when those Republicans never moved? Never moved. You know, didn't say anything. You know, here she's talking about low-income women and the things they can do. Here she's talking about let's get more money for schools. Let's make certain that we increase whatever that amount is, and different kinds of skills centers being set up. You know, she had 2 or 3 lapses that I wanted her to talk about that I didn't hear. And census was one of them. But by the time she got to the end, and she said, she got a commercial on today, Miss Theo. I don't know if you heard about it. She's in a car, and whoever's taking the picture of this is sitting in the passenger seat in the front. And she's driving her own ride, right? And she was talking about, look, I got to get this done by myself. She made a left-hand turn, and the next part of the picture was, I'm going to get the money to start fixing the roads now. So she is requesting $3 billion from the United States government and told the Republicans, go kick rocks. I'm going to start now. So I'm sure they got every attorney they can find ready to come up and start talking about she can't do that. But she said, well, sign up on executive orders. And she started. I said, go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
And it's been done before.
Yes, it's not news. It's not news, you know, but yeah. But, Miss Theo, we got so much trouble in this country.
I know.
And so many problems in this state and in this county and in this city. It stands to right that maybe she didn't mention the census stuff, but boy, do we have a lot of work to do.
But if she's concerned about money, that's the reason she should have mentioned it.
I know. And hopefully, since she's making commercials and indicating that she's driving herself around, maybe the next commercial she might make is her driving herself to the Census Bureau. So she go in there and fill out the paperwork so that message will go on across the state. I tell you, Miss Theo, that's the news for the day.
All right.
Thank you, Miss Theo. All right. All right, so I said a little bit about Kobe. I said a little something about Pace. The impeachment is going on, and I know it's boring, and, you know, it just seems to never end. But those of us that are understanding of the political bombshell this thing is, you know, let us not lose sight of what happened with this particular president, which has never happened before. Now, they are still arguing about the witnesses and documents, and, you know, for the first time in an impeachment, I guess the first one was Johnson, and then here we come with Nixon, and then Clinton. Looks like I'm missing one. And Nixon resigned, and then Clinton, and this one here. Now, he's going to be, number 45 is going to be impeached forever. That label will stick with him forever. But colleagues, viewers, listeners, today is something different. This last week, these last few days especially, we now have a message that says if a president believes that he is or she is the best for the country, and they employ tactics that involve stealing and lying and cheating to get elected because, again, they feel like they are the best for the country. Well, then that's not... Now, hold on. That's not anything bad. They should be lying and cheating and extorting because they feel, whoever that person is, the president, feels that they're the best for the country. So it's okay if they do those things, and if they call China or India or Russia or Japan or Mongolia or any place else and say, I need you to get some dirt on my political rivals, that now that's okay. What's that song? Welcome to America. Caller, you're on the line. You're on the line, caller.
This is America. Yeah, and the fact that they don't need no witnesses to prove each other, that's another.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Carol.
Okay, now say that again, because your voice is going in and out.
This is America. Also, the no witnesses to testify against them. I guess that's a okay, Carol, too.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We got the rules. Wait a minute, do you remember the pastor, the Black Baptist pastor that the Obamas were part of, Reverend Wright?
Yes.
And you remember when he made that statement, those chickens have come home to roost. Yep, the thing we've been complaining about now. Yep, chickens are home. Go ahead.
Yeah. I wanted also, what is this governor doing about the car shortage? Zero? Dead on arrival?
DOA. I mean, while all this impeachment, while all this impeachment conversation is going on, and we got Democrats involved with debates, and we flying all across the country and everything. Well, in the daytime when I'm out and I'm passing homeless people on the corners with a sign, and I know they looking up in the air at those planes going by and TV sets on, all of that, all these millions of dollars going into this upcoming election. just the money that it costs to be on the air, caller.
Right.
You know, that kind of money. And you know, you just wonder where are the priorities.
Oh, well, the priorities are in advertising and war and what they call it, developers.
Yep.
The richy riches. But the AmeriCorps Urban Safety Program based in Wayne State University Center for Urban Studies.
Yeah.
They're making connection in the following career fields, which is sociology, criminal justice, community relations, urban planning, nonprofit management, and you can make a biweekly stipend of up to $500 or up to $5,920 in college scholarships, networking opportunities, resume building opportunities. So
you got a contact phone number for them?
You know what? I don't see anything. It says interested applicants should send their resumes and cover letter to AmeriCorps at wayne.edu. So that's like Wayne University. Well, I don't know, but it says AmeriCorps at wayne.edu.
Okay.
Send your resume and cover letter.
The main number to, it's at Wayne State. Main number at Wayne State is 577. What's the rest of it? 2400? I forgot.
I'm not sure, but it is a Wayne State City for Urban Studies.
Yeah. And that program I'm familiar with, Wayne State Studies for Wayne State University Urban Studies. So that's a good tip. Folks should be calling Wayne State.
Yeah, earn while you learn. So for those who nothing else to do, here's something.
Yeah. And lots of choices. Okay.
They have another program. Let me see if it has the phone number to this one. No, but you can receive 500 stipend to 5,920. This is create block clubs, community paroles, conduct home public safety initiatives, and again, earn while you learn. And that's AmeriCorps at wayne.edu. Again, urban studies, they can contact Wayne State.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Thanks for the tip. All right, now.
Okay.
All right. Let me move on. Sherry, State Representative Sherry Dag-Nogo is launching a petition drive, I think, to try to get signatures to see who we might be able to contact to get Kwame Kilpatrick out of jail. And Kwame was certainly responsible for some activities in his time, but the kind of time that he was given is the kind of time that murderers get. So, 3 kids, they're not kids no more. She's launching that initiative. I don't have too much in terms of detail about it, but it's a laudable and something that we might want to take a look at. I certainly support that. It's time for him to come home. It's overdue. Time for the former mayor to be released. So we'll look around for that, see if we get some details. Caller, you've been very patient, and you're on the air. Thank you for calling Ask Welfare Rights. You are on the air, caller.
Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon.
Thank you so much. Ms. Taylor?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
just want to put out 3 things right quick.
Go ahead.
First, if you all, anyone that want to get on Section 8 housing, today is the last day for Taylor, Michigan, but you still can go on it because today, till January 31st, is the last day. As of the 2nd of February to the 5th, you can go to Detroit Housing Commission and put in Section 8 for that.
I saw that. So that's Monday through Friday of this week coming up.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the third one is that anyone that wants to drive the bus for Detroit, the city bus, or even Trinity for the kids, they're looking for people to come out and drive.
Okay.
So with that being said, that's all I want to share.
Oh, that's important news, and thank you very much for sharing that, okay?
You are so welcome. And I did call your office, but you didn't call me back.
Didn't even get the message, but all this week I've got this whole bunch of surgical procedures going on with these teeth. And boy, this is some tough stuff going through. So I didn't get the message though.
Okay, well then I tell you what, I'll give you a call next week then.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and have a wonderful day, all right?
All right, you as well.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, we just heard a few more tips of the bus drivers, Trinity, and some of these other bus drivers. I know ABC, Student Transportation, was looking for some bus drivers. They're over there on the west side near where my school is. So that's some good information there, folks that are interested. And I think we mentioned it early on. The Census Department, I think, is still hiring people. They don't have enough workers. They don't have enough clerks. They don't have enough people to make telephone calls for all of these activities. And the spring is really when they're ready to launch. So young folks, seniors, those of you that have those technical skills on computers, and those of you that have those wonderful radio and television voices, get in contact with the Census Department and find out if there is a slot available for you. All right, we're down to our last 30 minutes. I have a few more things I want to raise with you. Number 45. He has signed into legislation, and I think it was, I want to say the 23rd of January, so just a few days ago, signed into legislation a new rule that relaxes the protections around the Great Lakes. Lake Michigan, Superior, Erie, Huron, and Michigan. All 5 Great Lakes. All right, and the president has decided that it is too much money being involved with corporations being fined for putting chemicals in the Great Lakes and in the rivers that lead to the Great Lakes. And they're having to pay too much money. And so he signed his last little piece, the 23rd, just last week, to say some of the chemicals that had been banned by President Barack Obama. Now you know what that's about. We don't have evidence that long-term drinking of waters, rivers, and lakes that lead to the Great Lakes, we don't have long-term information that indicates that those poisons are just too much. So he's relaxing, he has relaxed the rules and regulations about polluting the rivers and lakes that lead to the Great Lakes. You might want to be a little bit concerned about that, because that's going to last a little while. Caller, you are on the air. Thank you for calling Ask Welfare Rights. You're on the air.
Yeah, extremely concerned. Seems to be wiping out anything that's
yeah. You think?
Anything that's for protection, he's sending it in another direction.
And anything that Barack Obama put into place,
undo.
That's got to go. Yep.
Yeah. Undo the good for the harm.
Yep.
Did you hear that they're going to have a open house at the WC3, the new building? That's the one I'm waiting for the medical center, for the medical program, associate's degree, 2 years. And they have in their
open house.
I don't know if you knew, but I know it's coming up February, the grand opening.
I know that there are a couple of open houses coming up at the WC3, the 4th Street location.
Yeah.
Grand opening of certain programs. And no, I didn't have the date, but we'll look for that. And if you find it first, let us know, because, see, that's something we should attend, okay?
Yeah, let me put it on my calendar right now for February.
That sounds right. All right, thank you, dear. All right, Ms. Theo raised this question of the census and the importance of the census not being discussed at the State of the State address by Governor Gretchen Whitmer. And I'm just thinking about something that she did say. And she really ruffled the feathers of the Republicans, and looked like she was saying, I just really don't care, which would almost be my exact sentiment. But she talked about not allowing the destruction of the Affordable Care Act. A lot of people call it Obamacare. And that's what the president and Republicans are trying to do. Water it down and take it away. Take it to court and get parts of it dismissed, this part dismissed, this part dismissed, and to try to kill it. And what she talked about is her insistence on that not happening, what's going on in D.C., she does not want that to happen in Michigan. And that instead of trying to destroy the Affordable Care Act, what we all should be doing, she's talking to fellow elected officials, is to improve it and put more people in so they would be able to get health care. I'm working with a case right now of a young woman that makes a little bit more than $21,000 a year and had been receiving some Medicaid through one of the health care providers, and now has been told that that person is no longer eligible because she made $100, $200, $300, $500, $600, $700 too much last year, and that person has some pre-existing health conditions. So, you know, clearly, I started off the beginning of this program talking about this has been a rough week. It's been a rough week for a lot of people, and trying to improve health care is a laudable goal, a wonderful task, but we have to continue to raise this question of universal health care, Medicare for all. There shouldn't be a person anywhere in this country, from the Pacific to the Atlantic to the Gulf to the borders of Canada, that doesn't have health care. What the hell kind of country is this? I think I've told this story several times. I was in a conference in not Mexico, but in Canada a couple of years ago, and a crown fell out of my tooth. And oh my goodness, some air might have got in there, and I was so worried. So okay, I had to ask the hotel where I was staying, where's the dental office? She, oh, okay, go out the door, turn left, it's in the next block. Oh, okay. So I went there and walked in and gave the guy my ID, and he said, well, what are you giving me that for? I said, well, I need some dental work done, and I do have some insurance. And he said, you don't have to have insurance here. You don't live in this country. Come back here to the back and sit in the chair and show me what you're talking about. I showed him. He looked at it. He put that crown back on again, and it was $20. I had no appointment. I was a person that lived in a whole nother country, and I was treated like a human being with respect. Took care of it because he was a dentist, and that was his job, like it says, do no harm. Whatever it is going on in this country, we talk about it all the time, and that's this corporate stranglehold and this government stranglehold that works for these corporations, and together, boy, they got us in a vice grip. And now, even more than ever, we've got people that are just suffering. So to realize that there's an attack against Obamacare, and the governor didn't talk about working to make certain that more people in this state are eligible for health care. That was a good thing. The other point being about Mr. Trump relaxing protections. So some of you go down to the Detroit River. I see you down there with your fishing poles, and some of you all are, what do you call them, recreational fisher people, fishermen and fisherwomen. And I don't know if you eat the fish that you catch, but things are about to change pretty quickly now, that these protections, and I'm not sure when this relaxation and removal of these protections goes into effect, but it's just a few weeks from now, unless some of our elected officials are able to put back some money, put back some pressure on number 45 in an effort to keep the Great Lakes clean. If you've never, I remember I used to tell Miss Eastside this, if you've never gone to Lake Superior, Welfare Rights is going to get a tour, and we're going to organize the tour bus, at least one bus, maybe two, and we're going to take some people from Detroit, from Highland Park, from Grosse Pointe, St. Clair Shores, from Sterling Heights, all in this area, and we're going to drive up to Lake Superior and to look at Lake Superior standing there on the sand and to realize how much water we're talking about. It's mind-boggling and it's beautiful. The lakes that empty into it are like my Native American friends, they're sacred lakes. So the fight is on. It's against poor people always. It's against African Americans always. It's against poor whites always. It's against Latino people always. It's against Middle Eastern people always. It's against women always, unless you're part of that 1% or that group of folks that are close to that 1% that seem to live lives of luxury and joy. We're going to move on. Canada. I don't know how this happens, and I make this statement up all the time at my school. You cannot make this stuff up. You cannot. Folks in Canada that have been involved in nuclear radiation sites have made an arrangement on what to do with nuclear waste materials. And they have come to some kind of an arrangement with somebody in Michigan, some organization in Michigan, some government entity in Michigan that has allowed them, or at least is thinking about allowing them, to bring that nuclear waste from Canada and dump it near a landfill that's near Lake Huron, Great Lakes, that's near Lake Huron, somewhere close to Belleville, Wixom, and in that area. And you know why? You know, Canada, and I love Canadians. Canada, every time we go there, it's so wonderful. We treat it so nice. But they've got lots of land where there are no people, where there's no water. They've got lots of unexplored and undeveloped land in Canada. And you just wonder, what is the arrangement that Canadian nuclear waste company, what is the money exchange that would even suggest that it would be all right to drive this waste and dump it near Lake Huron? And I just wonder, you know, what are people thinking? You know, what could possibly go wrong? I can't wait for the Wounded Knee, a nightmare, where, you know, you just don't hear anything about it anymore. And here's pipelines, oil lines being built under the Huron, not the Huron, under the Missouri River. You're going to build oil lines under the river. Now, let me think about that for a minute. What could possibly go wrong with that? Maybe I was dreaming when I saw the Enbridge company that's got this Line 5 nightmare trying to energize itself. And they're trying to put pipelines and oil lines and gas lines and whatever else under waters in Michigan. And I just saw something yesterday, day before yesterday on TV, that there's some debris in the area. And they're saying, I don't know where the debris comes from, but whatever it is, we're just going to let it stay there. And we're not going to do anything to make the area safe. We'll dig under the debris. What could possibly go wrong? Some of everything. Corporations, again, being allowed by some entity in Michigan to do these kinds of things. And then later on, 10, 12 years from now, you know, Three Rivers and all these other places that have explosions, DTE, that have all these chemical waste errors. And 10, 12, 15 years from now, when we're all dead, somebody will say, well, what happened? Well, we did have some conversation a decade or so ago about some of this being dangerous, but we never could tell. We could not foresee that some kind of accident would happen, and oh well. Okay. That situation, and I just looked at that yesterday. A couple more things I wanted to talk about, and we're down to our last 13 minutes. My darling Suatu, Rhonda Anderson from the Sierra Club, Rhonda's daughter Suatu, you all remember, 2 years now. We've been doing battle where she, Suatu, and another parent got into an argument of some sort. And after a meeting of the parents, the one parent left and began to make threats, saying that she was going to use her car to injure or kill either Sawatu or Rhonda, somebody in the family. Apparently, that particular mom did not get what she thought she should have, and it resulted in threats. Well, Sawatu is a CCW carrier. She is allowed to carry a concealed weapon and had her gun, her handgun on her